up, everybody? Happy Championship Sunday, I guess. Patriots are going back to the bowl. First time since the Tom Brady years, but they are back. And I actually loved that game, man. That was an old school, especially the second half when that weather got really bad. Just reminds me of when I was younger, those old school smash mouth, bad weather football games, defensive battle. And the Patriots are on the way, which we kind of figured they would be. Your Bo Nix broke his ankle. So, yeah, man, this Seattle and Los Angeles, this should not have the same type of weather implications that they had in Denver. But it should be, you would think this should be a good game. I do think the Seahawks will pull this out because they're home. But the Rams, if anybody can beat Seattle, I think it's them and the NFC. So somebody's awaiting. The New England Patriots are awaiting one of these teams. Of course, the Patriots and Seahawks played a few years back. I forgot exactly what Super Bowl that was when Russell Wilson threw that infamous interception on the 1 yard line when they probably should have just handed the damn ball off to Marshawn Lynch and won. But that's not what happened. So, you know, one of these two teams is going to play New England, and it's crazy. Stafford obviously would be looking for his second championship. Drake May will be playing for his first, and Sam Darnold has an opportunity after, you know, what looked to be a wrecked career with the Jets to, you know, get to the Super Bowl at Seattle, kind of like Jim Plunkett did back in the day, where Plunkett was just terrible. With bad Patriots teams in the 70s, he was not a good quarterback. He went to the Raiders and resurrected his career, kind of what Sam Darnold is doing after leaving the Jets. And I forgot where the hell he went before he went to Minnesota. Then he ended up being a good quarterback, and obviously he's not a great quarterback by any stretch of imagination, but he's definitely not a bad quarterback and good enough to get this far and win a Super Bowl, because he has a great team. And again, I know fucking Eagle fans are not the brightest people in the world, but this just goes to show you don't need to be an elite quarterback to win Super Bowls. So who cares? If you win, you win. That's really all that matters. Everybody gets credit. You know, quarterback obviously gets a lot of the credit, but you can't get there by yourself. You need a great team around you. So it is what it is. But Chris, thank you, brother. I think the Rams or Seahawks both beat the Patriots. I would imagine the NFC would be favored in this matchup. The Patriots have not really had a difficult schedule all year. And Denver's defense obviously is incredible. And the weather made that game tough. Stidham with that bad turnover inside his own 10-yard line, or right around the 10-yard line, is the only reason the Patriots scored a touchdown in that game. If he doesn't make that, I don't even know if the Patriots get out of there. So if Bo Nix started, it could have been a completely different game. So it's not like Denver wasn't a tough team, but obviously they're not the same without Bo Nix playing. I think that either the Rams or the Seahawks, maybe outside of Buffalo, would definitely be the best team. They probably would be the best team, even with Buffalo on their schedule twice. I would think that either the Rams or Seahawks would be the best team that the Patriots played all year. But it's only one game, and anything can happen in one game. And as Giants fans, we know this better than anybody, because in 2007, there's no question the Patriots were a better team than we were, but they weren't better on that day. And that's all that matters, is that one day. So anything can happen in one game. So, even if the Rams or Seahawks go in as a 3.5 point favorite, you know, it doesn't mean the Patriots can't win. We've seen many underdogs win in the Super Bowl. So it's, you know, but either way, should be a good game. I always hope that they're good games without a rooting interest. But again, I think for me, the Super Bowl in general has lost. It's lost a lot of luster to me because all the bullshit around the Super Bowl takes away from the game, in my opinion. You know, so all the stupid fucking commercials. Like, I don't give a shit about commercials. They're not creative. They're not funny. They're fucking dumb. I mean, that's just the way it is. And people, I don't know why people get so amped up about the commercials. I don't get it. And then the halftime shows have been fucking garbage for years anyway. And I told you, I don't watch the halftime show. I change a channel. I put something else on. I make my dinner. I take a shower. I don't pay any attention to that stuff. So we'll see what it is. But Celebrity Deathmatch, I remember that. I remember one time they had I think it was WWF did like a halftime heat or something where Mick Foley and The Rock battle like in backstage. Mick Foley like put a pallet on him with a forklift or something and won the title in an empty arena. That shit was pretty funny. But I honestly, man, I think these games, I think Championship Sunday, I feel like these games are actually better than the damn Super Bowl now. I just, again, there's too much hoopla surrounding the damn Super Bowl. I don't know. It's crazy, but it's, you know, I just, the game, once the game starts, then obviously it's a good thing. I mean, the game is the game. So I always just hope it's competitive. I don't like blowouts. So, yeah, it starts in about 20 minutes. So it is what it is, but we'll get it. We'll see who goes on. You know, yeah, there you go. Well, I mean, we're both Gen Xers, Lucas. So ads are fucking dumb. Most Gen Xer thing ever said. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's exactly it. We're Gen Xers, man. So that's kind of the way we are. The funny thing is, I hate commercials. I don't pay attention to most of them. I really don't. I usually tune out because you have your phone, you have other shit you're doing. So I never like. But we were talking about last night during the basketball game that most of them are just about drugs, different kinds of things you take for ailments. That's what really most of the ads are. Now, I don't. Like I said, I don't like commercials at all. I think commercials are stupid. But I'll tell you what, right now, I'll go back. I hated them even when I was younger. I hated the commercials, but now I'll go back and I'll watch a 20-minute block of commercials from 1986 because they're nostalgic. And I'll be like, oh, I remember that commercial. Oh, yeah, I remember that commercial. Oh, yeah, I remember that commercial. And I just laugh. The prices of some of the things, the graphics of some of the things. It's just funny to go back and look at that stuff. But it is what it is, man. Michael Strahan. Who do you guys think wins? Let me put it let me put it over here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Who wins? We got Rams, Seahawks. Let's see what you guys think in the chat. By the way, if you don't know, the Giants, John Harbaugh has announced his defensive coordinator. It is Denard Wilson. He was on the Titans. I think he was their secondary coach. I'm not exactly sure what his title was over there. He was their defensive coordinator. So he was their defensive coordinator. So he made a lateral move. But he was the Ravens defensive backs coach in 2023. That's what I was thinking of. So he's worked with John Harbaugh before. So we'll see. I was surprised, honestly. I didn't think I really thought Jim Leonard was going to be the guy. But we'll see how it goes. I don't know much about him. I don't know much about the whatchamacall, man. I don't know much about the Titans defense. So it's crazy how that works. But yeah. Let's see what we got in the chat here for Keep going. So far, 60% think the Seahawks are going to win this game. I do believe they're favored. What is the Seattle's favored by 2.5. There's Leonard Williams. Seahawks are the only team to not allow a touchdown. Well, I mean, they only played one fucking game, right? So why? I would hope so. They've only played one game. But you know what's? Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. I hit the wrong thing. I meant to. Let's write that up again. I meant to close it. I didn't mean to freaking. I didn't mean to end the damn poll. Who wins? I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to do that. Dar Giants fan, what up? Close. There we go. But yeah, where are we? All right. Snow's not done here yet. We're supposed to get 14 to 18 inches of snow. That's where they put us. I already shoveled once. There was probably 4 or 5 inches out there. I shoveled during in the first quarter of the Patriots game. I was shoveling right over. My wife went out there and helped me, so we got it done pretty quick. And once this game is over, I'll go out and I'll shovel again. This way, I'm not going out there and trying to shovel 18 inches at one time because that's a pain in the ass. The one saving grace about it is it's because it's so cold up here. Like it's 2 degrees or whatever the hell it is. It's so cold up here that it's extremely light. I mean, it doesn't weigh anything. It's literally like scraping up powder. So that makes it much easier to shovel it out of your driveway as opposed to that wet, heavy snow. That shit sucks. So luckily, it's really light, so it's not nearly as bad. It's still a pain in the ass, and I hate the snow with a passion. But I mean, we don't normally get that much. We get storms where it's 3 to 6, 4 to 8. Like those are typical. 14 inches, that's a lot for us. We don't normally get that much at once. So that's still a lot. And not only that, I mean, I laugh at some of these comments when I'm looking at the news reports and people are like, oh, what great reporting. It's cold in January. Man, it's not about the amount of snow that's falling here. It's how big, how many states this thing affected. This thing was a huge storm. It affected 30 states. There's a lot. It's not just here. We're getting snow, but they got pelted with ice and snow in Texas. It's not 10 degrees in Texas ever. Okay, that's what it is down there. Tulsa, Oklahoma, it was 5 degrees. That doesn't happen. Little Rock, Arkansas doesn't get 10 inches of snow. That doesn't happen down there frequently. It's rare for that kind of, like I said, just the amount of territory that this thing covered is crazy. Normally that type of shit is just kind of stuck up here in the Northeast. It doesn't normally affect that far south. Luckily for us, again, living up here, and it's still a pain in the ass, and it's still a big nuisance, and it's still not good to go out and drive in this shit. But because I live in the Northeast, I mean, there's shitloads of plows and salt trucks. We're equipped to handle this. And even my wife yesterday, she went to the grocery store, not because she was panicking or anything. She just went there to pick up a few things. And I asked her, how was it? She's like, it wasn't bad. I think people up here understand, it's not panic. It's not, the old people will go in there and get their stuff, but it's not like the shelves get emptied and stuff, because again, this is going to last until tomorrow, afternoon. It's this heaviest snow is supposed to be right now. I can't see what it's doing. After 1 o'clock in the morning, it's supposed to slow down, but it's still supposed to come down. So it's not by tomorrow afternoon, late afternoon. It's not by 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. This shit won't be plowed out and we can't get out of our house. You know what I mean? We're prepared for it. We can cover it. So But everything is closed down here. Like the mall's closed. There's already been a state of emergency. Like I'm working remotely tomorrow. They've already closed the offices. Like I don't have to go into work, which is why I'm going to shovel when I get done with this. And that's a good thing. I can sleep till 10 o'clock in the morning and I get an extra day off pretty much. And that's a good thing. So, my wife's already said, when I'm out there shoveling tonight and getting that second round of snow in there, she gets up early. She's like, I can wake up early. She get up at like 7 o'clock and she'll go shovel in the morning. And then we'll both tackle it when it finishes up around noon or 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whenever the hell it's supposed to finish. But it is what it is. So you people that actually have to drive in this shit, please be safe. A lot of times for me, it's not even that I'm worried about me. It's the other dumbasses on the road that think because they have all-wheel drive that they can stop on a dime, which is not the case. Taco Master, that's what she said. I guess that's what I was talking about. 14, 18 inches. Oh, yep. Yep. So I work for the state of New York. That's I am a state employee, so we got a good job, have great benefits. I get a shitload of time off. So I have people ask me if I would ever do YouTube full time. There's no way in hell. I'm too close to retirement. I have too good of a pension. And as much as I hate getting up that early in the morning, Monday through Friday, my job it's not physically demanding, that's for sure. And I mean, I have some downtime, but I don't, it keeps me busy, but it's not difficult. It's just, it can be encompassing and it can be time consuming at times. I'm going to put slow-mo mode on here so that spamming goes away. But it's a good job. And I don't trust, like YouTube is, there's no way you can know how much you're going to make on a day. And I like to prepare myself, man. I like to know how much I'm getting each or every other week. I like to be able to budget. I like to be able to, be able to work around what I know I'm getting. YouTube, you never know. You never know. So, and like I said, I need insurance. I need benefits. I need retirement. I need all that stuff. No way. My guy, Bodo, you're the man, brother. Thank you so much. Where is you're the best? Or why was that so quiet? Do it again. Thank you, brother. And I don't know if you're driving or not, or where you're driving, but if you are driving, Boto, please stay safe, my friend. If you got hard balls, you shouldn't go see your gynecologist. Hope everybody's staying warm. It's a shit show down here in Dallas, as I'm sure it's a shit show everywhere. That first game was a shit show. Shit. I was just talking about that. Dallas doesn't normally get that type of shit. And again, my dad, who drove tractor trailers for 30 years before he passed away, it's a big reason I have such respect for what truck drivers do. There is no days off for them. They don't get to go, oh, you know what? I'm calling into work today because the weather is bad. They don't get that luxury. They got holes they got to make there. They got to deliver this shit. They got to deliver groceries to the grocery store so we can survive. I say it all the time. That profession is so overlooked and how important it is. They deal with total assholes on the road. Don't give them a break at all. They got to deal with DOT. They got to deal with so much shit. That is a tough job. So I always, hope you're staying safe. Like I said, I know that. And there's a lot of truck drivers in here. There always has been a lot of truck drivers in here. When I started streaming, I remember, and I'm talking years ago, guys would come in and go, hey man, I'm driving from this point to this point. Thank you for calling the game for me. I obviously can't watch it. And, like I said, I have a lot of respect, for them. So, I appreciate you, Bodo. Thank you, sir. Empty arena match. Bodo is funny. Bodo is a legend, without question. So, but hit that thumbs up. We're almost at 100 likes. That's always good. Appreciate you spending your Sunday evening with me. Or I guess if you're out in Seattle and Los Angeles, it's afternoon. Rob Gronkowski must be cold there. He's got gloves and a hat on. I mean, outside of Florida, it's cold everywhere. I saw Lucas say something about it being. I don't know where that went. It might have passed when he said it was really hot down in Australia. Where did that go? I just saw it. There it was. We're about to hit 40, which is 100. I heard that it was really hot, like the hottest it's been in what 20 years, 50, whatever it was. Because I watch Sky News Australia. It always pops up on my feed. So I watch that a lot. And yeah, I saw that you guys have like record heat wave. Isn't fucking crazy the way the weather is on Earth? It's 100 some odd degree, like record heat in Australia. Meanwhile, all the way down, into like Tennessee and shit, it's like 8 degrees when the normal high is like 50. And it's 8 degrees there as a high. It's insane, man. It's crazy. So it is summer in Australia. Yes, it is. They're in the southern hemisphere. So it is summer down there. Pretty much right now, late January for us is late July for them at this point. So you know how hot it is in the United States in late July, which is like the hottest weather of the year, late July, early August, when you're right in the middle of the summer. That's where it is down there. My guy B-Rog, what up? Jeff Bone the Bonehead. Yeah, Arizona's always gotten warm weather. Although if you go like to Flagstaff, it actually can snow in northern Arizona. Like Flagstaff, it snows in Flagstaff. Am I wrong? It gets cold in Flagstaff, right? I don't know where Glendale is. That must be south. I know where Phoenix is, obviously. But Flagstaff, it can snow. Actually, they might have got snow from this. It started in New Mexico, so I don't know what the hell they got there as far as snow goes. And obviously it's it's a big area. So there might be parts of it that got snow and parts of it that didn't. There you go. Bodo says he got hit by a blizzard in Flagstaff at the end of April. That's crazy that it'd be that cold in Flagstaff at the end of April. But, you're by Cardinal Stadium. Gotcha. So it's crazy. Yeah. They're upside down in Australia. Everything's backwards. That's why they call it the land of Dan Under. Like Men at Work sang about 1983. It was a massive hit. You guys know the one. Traveling in the fight out combe, which I learned a combe is like a hippie van almost. It's just a van or like a bus. A combe. Traveling in the fight out combe on a hippie trail head full of zombie, which I also learned that zombie, if you don't know, Lucas, you can attest to this. I thought this is what it was. So zombie, at least back in the 80s, zombie stood for
smoke weed every day.
That's what it was. Zombie. It was a little of the ganj back in the day. So I learned some Australian slang from that song, at least from what I remember. Traveling in the ride out combi. There you go. Okay, so combi is so I was right. It was a van, but it had a bed. I didn't know it had a bed in the back of it, but it is a van. What a great song. Men at Work, it's crazy, man. They were huge, like over in the States from like 1982 to 1984. And then they were completely gone. Like they had, obviously, Down Under was their biggest hit, but they had Who Can It Be Now? They had Be Good Johnny. They had It's a Mistake. And my favorite was Overkill by Men at Work. That was my favorite song. So they had like 5 massive songs in like a 2-year period. And then they were gone, at least up here. You have to be hiding. He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. Such a great song. Yeah, MTV just finished. There you go. Zombie is really hiding. There you go. There you go. It makes sense if you think about it, but yeah, what a great song. What a great group that was. But the MTV thing, yeah, man, MTV just closed all of its music channels down at the end of the year. And I said this, like, Video Killed the Radio Star was the first song ever on MTV, August 1st, 81. And it was the last song they ever played. And when I hear it now, it's kind of sad because, again, if you're my age, if you're a Gen Xer, you lost a massive part of your childhood. MTV, anybody that's my age, maybe a couple years younger or a few years older than me, if you're in that, I'd say if you're in that 47 to 60 range, MTV was a big part of your childhood. So, part of our childhood, part of Gen X's childhood went away when MTV, not that MTV had been a channel in years anyway, when it started with that reality TV horse shit in the early 90s, it started to go, when Viacom bought it in 87, it started to go downhill. The best years at MTV were 81 through 87, in my opinion. But they Viacom, I don't know who owns it now, but Viacom took it over and brought in all the reality TV, and that was the end of MTV. But again, you can look at MTV though for what it was, and I think what happened was, a lot of times there was videos that you didn't want to watch. There was music you didn't want to see. So how long were people really tuned in to MTV after the initial, like, kind of the wear off? I'd say, in 83, 84, when you got to like 85, 86, I mean, how many people were watching MTV, 10 hours a day? I know when I was a kid, because I always loved music, it was such a big deal. I'd get home from school and I'd watch MTV because there was certain songs I wanted to see. So I would just sit there and wait for them to come on. I always liked Pat Benatar, so I always liked that. I always liked Duran Duran was my favorite back in the day. 38 Special. I always liked 38 Special. So it was cool. It was a good time. Yeah. So, all right. We are getting ready to kick it off here. Again, if you haven't done so, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Tom Brady calling the game. He knows a little something about championship games. He only won this game 10 times in his career. This dude played in 10 Super Bowls. Shit is crazy. Yeah, I loved Huey Lewis in the News, Bob. That was one of my favorites. I absolutely loved Huey. Was great. November Rain killed it for me every three. But yeah, I didn't like Guns N' Roses. I was not a big Guns N' Roses fan. I liked the Appetite for Destruction CD, but November Rain was not my cup of tea. Just wasn't. I swear, like I like a lot of music, and I do like popular bands. Don't get me wrong, but man, some of the most popular bands ever, like, I do not like. Like, I don't know how the hell anybody listens to Aerosmith. Like, I think Aerosmith absolutely fucking sucks. I think they are the worst group ever. Like, they are terrible. They are awful. I think they have one song that I like. And I would think it's called Tell Me What It Takes to Let You Go. I think it's the only song they've ever done that I actually liked. I hear that shit on classic rock, I change the channel. Can't stand Aerosmith. Never liked Aerosmith. Just, they're terrible. I never liked them. Terrorizing says I hate Aerosmith. I never liked them, man. I never liked that group. Just couldn't get into it at all. Another one is, for the most part, did not like Led Zeppelin. Do not like Led Zeppelin at all. I like a couple of their songs. I like Black Dog. There's another one I like by Zeppelin, but I was never a big Zeppelin fan. And I guess there was one or the other, like supposedly you either liked Led Zeppelin or you liked the Who. Supposedly a lot of people did not like both. I'm a Who. I love the Who. Love them with a passion. They're one of my favorite groups of all time, but I never liked Zeppelin. I like Black Sabbath. Yeah, I liked Black Sabbath a lot. I loved Ozzy as a solo artist too. Just, I don't know, for that, those are probably the two most popular groups that I never liked. I never liked Zeppelin. I never liked Aerosmith. And pretty much you can name almost any other popular group from classic rock days, and I liked them. But for some reason, those two just never did it. I like Rush. So just, I don't know, man. It was just something about those two for whatever reason. I sell 45s on eBay for years now. No one likes Aerosmith. Well, somebody must. They sell a lot of albums. AC/DC is one of my all-time favorites. I loved AC/DC. Always upset that I never went to see them in person. I mean, I like the Brian Johnson AC/DC, but I prefer Bon Scott. I always thought the better stuff was Bon Scott. My favorite's Jailbreak. That's not one of their well-known songs, but I love Jailbreak. But pretty much that High Voltage CD is one of my favorites. Long Way to the Top, High Voltage, obviously, TNT, Dirty Deeds. I don't think Dirty Deeds is on the High Voltage CD, but the Bon Scotts of Highway to Hell, If You Want Blood, those are like my favorite. Hey, Bomb, my man, thank you so much. Imagine Cowboys and Eagles today, and now you know how I feel. Well, I'm sorry about you guys because I have no hate for the Niners. I'm waiting for the day. You guys have been doing your job. I'm waiting for the day that the Giants are good again so we can start having the battles we did when you and I were younger men. And we were battling for supremacy in the NFC. Maybe someday my team will get back there. But we appreciate your service, brother, in knocking out the Eagles. Trust me when I tell you, every Giants fan was a 49ers fan on that day. I just think you guys ran out of steam. You know, I feel like you ran out of steam. Injuries caught up to you, and Seattle's really good, man. You guys are playing against a stacked deck. Oh, I didn't even know they were still touring because didn't one of them pass away? Didn't Malcolm pass away? I didn't know they still did it. I didn't know they still passed. The biggest guy I always regret not seeing in concert is Phil Collins because I love Phil Collins, and I probably should have went and see Phil Collins at some point in my life, and I never did. Enough talk football. Go away. No one's forcing you to be here. Go change the channel. That's a great thing about YouTube. Go away. Nobody's going to miss you. Go somewhere else. Football ain't started yet. I'll talk about football when it starts. Dashy, I don't know. I mean, I see a lot of people in here talking about freaking music. So, said you don't like it, change the channel. Ain't no one forcing you to be here. Duran is still good, I'm sure. Am I calling the Super Bowl? I doubt it. I mean, I've mentioned this before, Dashy. I like to when the halftime show comes on, I don't like to sit in front of the television. Like I said, I usually go eat dinner, make a snack, take a shower, change the channel, watch Seinfeld, whatever. If I'm doing the Super Bowl, I have to sit in front of the TV during this crap. I mean, I could still change the channel, but you know. Kiss was good. Yep. Def Leppard's one of my favorites, without question. I freaking love Def Leppard. All this stuff. I like David Bowie. I like Def Leppard. Duran's, like I said, they were my favorite as a kid. How you doing, my lady? Good to see Janice in the house. People thought this was an NFL stream. The NFL hasn't started yet. I talked about the NFL at the beginning of the stream. That's right. Talk about everything in here. This is true. We do. What do you want me to do? Oh, here we go. Let me ready. So this is a local bank up here, just so you know. We're looking at Sunmark. You get checking, dedicated financial specialist, and 100% annual something. Yeah. Oh, I'm proudly admit I'm a dork. It's for dorks. Proudly admit I'm a dork. Absolutely. The cars are good too. Jim Croce. I think Leroy Brown might be my favorite. That is Jim Croce, right? I get him and James Taylor mixed up a lot of times for some reason. How do I feel about my Sooners hiring Jason Witten? I want a real quarterback with the Sooners. I don't care about the coaches. John Matera's ass. They need a better quarterback. No, they got Cody Bellinger back. Yeah, I remember that Don't Come Around Here No More. Again, that was in the heyday of MTV. Evan, thank you so much. Yep, I tweeted it out. I was surprised by that hiring, to be honest. I was surprised because he wasn't a name you heard, but I'm riding with Harbaugh, man. I don't think it's a bad hire at all. All right. Now we're going to get ready for some football. Are you ready for some football? All righty. Tom Petty, of course, they played the halftime show in Super Bowl 42. A very special Super Bowl for us Giants fans. No. I didn't like Walk This Way with Run DMC. It was better with Run DMC, but I didn't like it. But the original version by Aerosmith was trash. B-Rog, thank you so much. You don't mess around with Jim. That's right. You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't spit into the wind. You're something, and you don't mess around with Jim. That's the way that went. But that's a good Jim Croce song. Prince was great. All right, the 80s. Forget about it. I find myself going down rabbit holes of 80s music late at night when I should be sleeping. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember this song. Oh, yeah, I remember that song. Oh, yeah, I remember that song. Oh, that was a good one. All right, we're getting ready to go. Seattle is going to kick it off. The winner of this game is going to beat New England in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 60. We are underway. The kick will be fielded at the 5, out to the 10, 20, 25, 30, and stood up right there are the Rams. They will start from their own 30. Here comes Matt Stafford, MVP candidate. Great wide receiver combo in Devontae Adams. And obviously Puka Nacua. Kyron Williams also a very good running back. They have 3 tight ends. They like to use them all in the passing game. So Stafford does spread the ball around quite frequently. They'll start at the 31. Stafford under center. Nacua comes tight to the line. They're going to hand it off to Kyron Williams. He bursts up the middle out to the 35 before he's tackled. A gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. I didn't know the Giants had an offensive coordinator. I don't think they hired an offensive coordinator yet. They have Denard Wilson, but I don't think they've hired an offensive coordinator yet. From the 35, Stafford out of the shotgun, drops back, throws behind him. What a catch by Nacua. My God, I don't even know how he caught that. It was only a 2-yard gain. The dude was falling down, reached back, and grabbed it with his right arm. And he 3rd down at about 3. How big of a pickup is that guy? A 5th-round pick, and he's one of the best receivers in football. Yeah, Munkin definitely was up for that Cleveland job. I know that. Big third down right away. Stafford drops back. Seahawks rush 4. Stafford throws, and it's incomplete. He threw it high over the middle to Nakua. And Seattle holds firm on their first defensive possession. That makes sense. On the first Rams offensive possession. B-Rod, you're the man, brother. Thanks so much for gifting 5 new memberships, brother. Appreciate you. Who got him? Go back. Lil Jet, Icy Hot, Pack Runners, Dart to Neighbors, and Platinum 706. Welcome to the Dog Pound. Punts away. Fair caught at the 18, and Seattle will get their first possession from there. You don't spit into the wind. Now the song stuck in my head. And you don't mess around with Jim. Did I not do this? I thought I put slow motion mode on. Did I get distracted? That happens to me. I thought I put slow mo mode on. Normally they don't get off two shots like that. So Sam Darnold and company will take over from their own 18. Darnold out of the gun. He's going to hand it off. And squeezing through for about 6 is Kenneth Walker. It'll be second down and 4. Good run there. It is. I do have slow-mo mode on. Okay. I thought I did. Thank you, Bodo. Normally they don't get to do that twice in a row. That's why I was. How much have I got in this area? Right now, it's about, I'd say, 8 inches maybe. Probably somewhere in there. Darnold drops back to pass, looks right, throws right. That's incomplete. Let's put this up here. He was looking for Jackson Smith and Jigba. You can see some of those stats there. Another big third down here. Seattle has it at their own 24. Just underway. Rams did not score on their first possession. Darnold out of the shotgun. He drops back. He looks deep down the right side. Going for it. Oh, he's got a man. It's caught. And breaking free all the way down to the 25-yard line is Rashid Shaheed. A huge play on third down and 5. And the Seahawks are set up at the 25-yard line. 52 yards. He just burned Williams. It wasn't even close. And if it wasn't for an ankle tackle, Shaheed's taking it to the hizzy. I agree, Weekend Legend. I think the winner wins a Super Bowl too. So, well, officially 51, but all the way down to the Rams 25. Quick outlet pass here. Breaking a tackle is in Jigba. He's got to the 15 to the 10, and he's pushed out of bounds to the 9. On a quick hitch out in the flat. And the Seahawks now have first and goal. This team has been red hot as of late, and they're off to a red hot start right now. From the 9, Seattle rushes up to the line of scrimmage. Walker is the back. Darnold under center. Man in motion. They're going to turn and hand it off. It's Walker cutting back at the 5, and he's tripped up there, maybe just outside. They're going to mark him down to the 6. But it'll be second down and goal. Crack open a Cherry Zero Coke. Hit the thumbs up, subscribing the bell. Walker, the single back set. Darnold under center. Man in motion. Rams crowd the line. Darnold's going to hand it off. Walker got pushing the pile forward. Got two. Oh, he's still going. Wow, he almost got out of that. I have no idea. He never quit churning those legs. Got all the way down to the 2. I thought he was stuffed. This right here, in my opinion, is a great time for a play action pass to your tight end if you're the Rams. Or I'm sorry, if you're the Seahawks. Great time for a play action pass down here, finding a tight end in the back of the end zone. Because the Rams are selling out for the run. Let's see. They got 3 tight ends in there. Here is the turn, the hand. Walker trying to get outside. He does. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker would not be denied. He got to the corner, dove past the pylon of the Seahawks, and the first possession go up 6-0. What a start for Seattle. And that's going to get the 12s on their feet, man. When you're in Seattle, you want to try to take the crowd out of it, but the crowd is in it. Walker just bounced it to the outside. There was nobody out there to contain him. So 6-0, extra point pending. Snap, spot, kick is perfect. 7-0 Seattle. Jets fans punching the air with Darnold. The other person probably. Listen, I'm happy for Sam. I never liked USC quarterbacks. Never liked USC quarterbacks. Still don't like them. I don't think USC quarterbacks are any good. Caleb Williams does not count. Caleb Williams was an Oklahoma quarterback as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, Sam Darnold, I didn't like him. I thought he was not going to be a good quarterback with the Jets. I never liked him. I just said he stinks. He isn't any good. And when he went to Minnesota, and I'm not a very good – well, I shouldn't say that. I've gotten a lot better at fantasy football. The last 4 years, I've won 2 championships. And actually, we had the best record in the league this year. We were 13-1, but got knocked out in the divisional round because half of our team was injured. But, and then the year before, we got knocked out in the playoffs. But I said that Sam Darnold was a sleeper when he went to Minnesota and that he'd be a really good pickup for somebody. And I took him in the 4th round. And he was a major reason that we got into the playoffs last year. They didn't take him this year. My quarterbacks this year were Michael Penix. He got hurt, right? So I ended up with Kirk Cousins at the end of the year, but Penix got hurt. Daniel Jones, he got hurt. And Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts didn't do jack shit for me this year. We still were 13-0 going into that last week. Our receivers are always really good. Every time I've had Devontae Adams on my team, we have a really good year. Devontae Adams had 14 touchdowns, so that was a big reason. Next year, we're definitely – because we play in where you can keep 2 guys on your team, but you lose like 2 rounds before you draft them. So, for instance, we drafted Travis Etienne in the 10th round this year, so we'll lose an 8th-round pick for him. We'll keep Travis Etienne. And we drafted Jalen Waddle in the 11th round, so we'll lose a 9th-round pick for him. Those will be our 2 keepers this year. Palmer was good. Palmer was about the only good USC quarterback I could think of before what was his name? Van Olhoffen. What was that guy's name? Bo don't know if he's still in. He was a Steeler. Hit him in the knee and messed up his career. Those Steelers-Bengals rivalries back in the day. Kimo Van Olhoffen. Was that his name? I don't know. It's something like that. Something like that. As a Jets fan, you're happy for him, yeah. I'm actually surprised McCarthy. I'm surprised McCarthy got a shot with Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh usually brings young coordinators there. Yeah, they've only had 3 head coaches since 1969. McCarthy's not going to coach for 20 years. I'm surprised they went that route, honestly. So Seattle, 7 plays, 81 yards in just under 4 minutes. It's a nice day in Seattle, 43 degrees and sunny. I'm going to kill for that shit here right now, I'll tell you that. Jesus. Give anything for 43 degrees in January. at any time. Don't even need to be sunny. Rams will field this at the 5, and they get out to the 27, and they will start there. As Whittington, who had a big game against the Bears last. What a game that was. That Bears-Rams game, man. That was crazy last week. Crazy game. Bears-Rams. Insane game. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. It is 7-0 Seattle. Stafford was just 1 out of 2 for 3 yards. He'll start under center. 3 tight end set. The back is Blake Corum, and they're going to hand it to Blake. The former Michigan Wolverine gets out to about the 31. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Yeah, no more ghosts for Sam. Well, they marked him down to the 30. It'll be 2nd down and 7. 3 wide receivers. Devontae Adams in the slot. Stafford's going to play action pass. He drops back. He's under pressure. He looks deep down the right sideline. He's got Nakua open, and it's caught all the way down to the Seattle 26. So tit for tat. A deep pass from Darnold to Njigba. And Puka Nakua with a 44-yard pass or catch there. So a big bomb from Stafford to Puka. And the Rams are in scoring position down to the 26. Taco Master. Big win for them last night, huh? They are not a good team, Taco Master. Here is Stafford out of the gun. Tross back, looking for it all in the corner, and he overthrew Nakua. Nakua couldn't get away from the coverage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Well, Darnold also has better talent around him. He didn't have shit with the Jets. The Jets are just, they're the Jets, man. I don't know what to say. They're the Jets. Seattle crowd trying to get as loud as they can here on 2nd down and 10. Stafford out of the gun, drops back, looks, pumps, throws. That should be a flag. And the official saying it was uncatchable, but I don't think it should be pass interference. It should be illegal contact. I mean, I understand that it was uncatchable. That's pass interference. I don't know who 29 on Seattle is. We're talking a little shite there to Devontae. Well, 3rd down and long. Third down and 10 from the 26. Nakua out wide to the left. Devontae wide to the right. Seattle brings 4. Sidearm pass. Terrible throw by Stafford, and they'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. That was not a good pass. Stafford sidearmed it and threw it into the ground. This will be from about 44. 8:19 to go in the first. Seattle scored 7 on their opening drive. Harrison Mevis, perfect in the postseason. Snap, spot, kick is good. So he remains perfect. Mevis is now 5 for 5. The Rams are on the board. It is 7-3. Yes, Pantera, I agree. That was a waste. Once they got down to the 26, they didn't try to run one time. Now, they probably should have tried to run at least once, you would think, right? They did not. So they should have tried to run. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate you being here. Let's go. Long ways to go in this one. Already pretty much, they've already almost outscored the Patriots and Broncos. It was a worm burner. That's exactly what it was. It was a worm burner. That's exactly what it was. A worm burner. Go up here, take a look at the quarterback numbers. Rams have only run the ball twice. So you're going to have to try to balance it out a little bit, you would think. Stafford has not been very accurate in the postseason. But, yeah, man. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe and ring the bell. Appreciate y'all being here. And again, the winner of this game will take on the New England Patriots. Hammer needs a Puka TD. Probably get one of those, I'd imagine. Although Devontae Adams is usually their touchdown guy. I'm actually anxious to see. I'm curious to see how Harbaugh is going to attack the roster. Denard Wilson was a surprise defensive coordinator. I do think Monken is going to be their offensive coordinator. But I'm curious to see exactly how they go about this. If you don't follow me on Twitter, hit me up on Twitter. Link is in the description. We reached 12,000. I wanted to reach 12,000 followers by the end of the football season, which we still have 2 weeks before it ends. We're at 12-1. The other thing was to get Cam Scatterbu to follow me. That has not happened. Marcel, my pick was Seattle. But I said if anybody can beat Seattle, it's the Rams. But I do like Seattle to win this game. That's going to be a touchback. So the Seahawks will start at the 35. $8:15 to go in the first quarter. Man in motion, single back set. Darnold now changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Walker is the back. They're going to hand it to Kenneth. He's running over to the left side behind a couple of blockers and gets stood up, but continues to push the pile. Walker running incredibly hard, gets all the way out to the 40, a gain of 5. Second and 5 for Seattle. They lead 7-3. Clock ticking, 7:40 to go in the first. NFC Championship game between two NFC West rivals. Darnold under center, offset I formation. Tight end goes in motion. They're going to turn, and Darnold's going to play action pass. He's looking. He throws. He's got the tight end for a first down. He fumbled the ball, but it went out of bounds. But Barner gets the yardage. And it'll be a first down as Seattle moves the chains. Want to give a big shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring today's stream. Check out Sleeper, guys and girls, the fastest growing app out there with over 11 million users. You can play daily fantasy contests, college football, college basketball, NBA. There's a lot more as well. You can get all your lives to up-to-date scores from all sports all over the place. You can connect with other sports fans. Use the link in the description under the promo code Baddog to get a match deposit bonus on your first deposit. Darnold under center, going to turn and hand it off. It's Walker up the middle, big hole, and he is tackled down at the Ram 47. So Walker, very impressive on the ground so far. Seattle's running game is doing the damage. And another good gain on first. It'll be second on at about 3. Second and 2, actually. They give him 8 on the play. What's going on, David? How you doing, buddy? Second and 2. Darnold under center again, single back again, hand off again. Nice move in the backfield by Walker. Made a man miss, got all the way down to the Rams 38, a gain of 9. And again, Seattle just having their way with the Rams up front. They were just pushing the pile. Walker made a man miss. Spates just whiffed on him. Call that, and John Madden will call that a whiff. Spates totally whiffed. Looking like the Yankees in a big spot, just totally swung and missed. Staying as warm as I can, man. It is cold up here, David. There is no doubt about it. And when, like I said, when this is over, I got to go out and shovel some more. Here's Darnold. The play action pass sets up a screen, and it's set up well. Walker has blockers, and he has tackled down to the Ram 23. Gain of 14. And Seattle just doing whatever they want on offense early on in this game. Just set up perfectly, man. Seattle just a well-oiled machine right now. I want to see more of this from the Giants, man. I want to see some screens like this. Giants actually ran the screen very well in the preseason. They never ran it at all during the regular season, which is crazy. 6 first downs for Seattle, just 1 for the Rams. That was that big pass to Nakua. From the 24, Darnold hands it off. Walker is stuffed for a 1-yard loss this time. The Rams were ready for it. And it'll be 2nd down and 11. Jessnod, what's going on? Carson, what up, man? Says Seahawks, baby. Your Seahawks are looking good right now. Jedi's in here. I didn't see my lady Jedi. Always good to see Jedi. 2nd down, while they gave him progress, I guess, to the line of scrimmage. Darnold fires out to the left, and he has Njigba, who makes a man miss. And he got about 8. It'll be 3rd and a long 2 or a short 3, depending on the spot. Darnold off to a red-hot start, 4 for 5, 87 yards. Probably 4-down territory for the Seahawks, unless they lose yards. Jackson Smith and Jigma, JSN, 2 catches for 24 yards. They got to get to the 14 for a first down. It's at the 16 and a half. Pistol formation for the Darnold's going to tuck it. He's going to pull. He's going to throw. What a catch by Njigba. JSN grabbed it with one hand towards the sideline. He has it down at the, I believe they marked him out at the 7. It'll be first down and goal. What a catch by Njigba. Just reached out. Give me that. Give me some of that. And they hurried to the line of scrimmage. And this running play is going nowhere. As they brought the backup in. As Holani lost 2. What a catch. And he was in. The Rams are hurrying to the line of scrimmage. I'm sorry, the Seahawks are hurrying to the line of scrimmage just in case they wanted to challenge, but that would have been upheld. 2nd down and goal now from the 9 after the 2-yard loss. Darnold under center again. Kenneth Walker's back into the game after a rest, and he'll get the rock. He'll run up the middle. He is pushed back after getting to the fight. He's still continuing to fight. We have a flag. It's our first flag of the day. Usually on a running play like that, it's holding on the offense. We'll see what the call is. And that's exactly what it is. Holding on Seattle. It's on Bradford. And that'll push him back 10. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 19. And yep, that is definitely a hold, man. You can't wrap around like that. I mean, turned him completely around. That one's an easy one for the officials to call. Darnold is 6 or 7 for 104 yards to start this game in the first quarter. JSN in motion, now goes in an orbit motion. Darnold fakes it to him, throws it out for a screen pass. It's Walker bursting up the middle, back to the original line of scrimmage. I guess it's not the original line of scrimmage. You got to the 9. The original line of scrimmage was the 7. It's 3rd down and goal from there. Kubiak is definitely a name that has come up a lot for head coaching positions. There were no penalties in the first game. I didn't even know that. So big 3rd down here for the both teams. From the 9, Darnold out of the shotgun. Bunch formation to his left. Rams show pressure back out of it. Rush 4. Darnold looks, throws, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Garner, and he did not get Barner, rather. He did not get it in there. Durant wanted a defensive foul. I mean, if anything, Barner pushed him down. So the Seahawks will have to settle for 3. I like that they let it go, man. Let them play. Don't be like it was with Denver and Buffalo, where they let them play the whole time, and then in overtime, they totally changed it. From 27. Right hash, snap spot, kick good. It's 10-3 Seahawks. Should have been offense. That's what I'm saying about it. That's what he wanted. They would have declined it anyway, though. So no harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. No reason why the Giants can't do what the Patriots did. The only thing I'd say to that Bliss fan is the NFC is a lot tougher than the AFC, in my opinion. The top teams in the NFC are better than the top teams in the AFC, in my opinion. You look at the 2 really good teams here. Think about how good San Francisco was with half their roster injured. Philadelphia is obviously still a very good football team. Detroit, Chicago. I mean, the NFC South sucks. And that's a bad division. But there's the NFC West is incredibly stacked. And the North is pretty good too. And the Patriots had $100 million in cap as well, right? Yeah. We can do better. I mean, there's no reason to think we can't do what the Bears or the Jags did, where you get into the postseason. That I agree. I think the Giants maybe could do that, but getting to the Super Bowl, I'm not expecting that shit. I just want to play meaningful football around Christmas. That's what I'm hoping for. Bono says, where's the rest of the clowns at? I got my moderator clown card, and it only has like 5 clowns. We got room for 50 more. Ryan, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the $2 donation and helping the channel out. Appreciate you, my friend. I don't know about the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is just so long. Not that these games aren't long either, but I don't know, man. I'm leaning no, but I may do it. I don't know. It's like 4 hours long. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth my while. That's the only thing. I just don't know. It's just like I said, it's just such a long game. Yeah, 35 to 40 minutes is brutal. You know, when if there's only, there's 350 people, and there's been as many as 450 people in here. I mean, if I have this kind of crowd, like where there's 300 people, that's cool because I can talk to the chat during halftime. But if it's lackluster and there's nobody to talk to, and I got to sit through a 40-minute, I'm not going to watch the halftime show, so I'm going to want to talk to the chat. You know, Chris and I did the Super Bowl. We did the Rams Patriots Super Bowl. That one that was 13-3. Rams get out to the 35. 48 seconds to go in the first quarter. I mean, I could see if Chris wanted to do the Super Bowl, but I doubt he will. If I had somebody else to bounce stuff off of, yeah. Seattle's run 18 plays and had the ball for almost 11 minutes. They've totally dominated this first quarter. They lead by 7. Stafford's going to hand it to Kyren Williams, and Kyren finds a sliver of daylight over to the left side off guard for 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. The Rams will have to run one more play here. The play clock is at 30 seconds, and the game clock is at 32. Either way, it's going to be a rematch, right? Because we had the Rams-Patriots. I forgot what Super Bowl that was, but that was a 13-3 game. And we've had Patriots-Seahawks. So it'll be a rematch either way. Stafford's going to hand it off. This time there's a big hole up the middle. Kyren Williams splits defenders and gets all the way out to midfield. A gain of 12 on the play. And the Rams are moving towards Seattle territory. That is the end of the first quarter. 10-3. Seattle up by a touchdown. Do Super Bowl parties? Yeah, there's still Super Bowl parties, I'm sure. We have one. I go to one every year, but I leave after it. We have a big Texas Hold'em tournament every year at my buddy's house. I mean, it's not huge or anything, but it's usually between like 18 and 24 people. It's usually 2 full tables. Sometimes you have to use 3 tables. But I mean, and then people I go home after either, after the tournament's over, after I get knocked out or whatever. I've only won it 1 year, been doing it forever. But I usually go home afterwards. I stayed a couple times, but the last, 10 years, 12 years, I go home. Because I got to work the next day, and to me, it's just like any other Sunday. So that's right. The Rams Patriots. That was the first time they met up was Tom Brady's first Super Bowl, and the Rams were 14-point favorites. So it would be the third time they've met in the Super Bowl. If we had the Giants win in this game, it could have been the third time the Patriots and Giants met in this game in the Super Bowl. Your friend that works for the IRS, the buy-in is $50. The house doesn't take anything. The house doesn't take anything. Can I write off all the losses I've had over the years? Been running this game it's got to be 25 years, this tournament. And we've raised the price a little bit. I think it's 50. I think it's $50. Maybe it's 75. I don't remember what the hell the buy-in is. I want to say it's 50. But all the years I lost, can I write that off? No, Carter Trout. I'm not a big fantasy football player. Again, same thing with my buddies. We do a live draft. We've had this league for 12 years. This is the only one I do. I only need one fantasy league, man. I don't want to keep track of 5 different fantasy leagues. I'm not that big into it. I like doing it because I like being able to get together with my friends. Again, the only 2 times I really see my buddies, Super Bowl and the draft. We play cards, and that's really it because everybody's got kids and we work, and it's very difficult to get to hang out the way we used to when we were young. These are my childhood friends. From midfield, it's an end around in Nakua. He's got a little space. He is hammered, but he is just a tough bastard, and he gets 4. Nakua lost his helmet, and he's talking shit. This guy's psycho, man. Nakua's a psycho. I love him. Couple of big heads on the offensive line. Couple of Lord helmets. If you know, you know when I talk about Lord helmet. Stafford drops back, looks, fires. Nice catch by Adams, running free to the 25 and tackled down to the 22. Stafford threw a bullet, and Davante Adams was able to catch it, his first catch of the night. That goes for 23. He was a big reason why we were 13-1. He's a big reason I've always had success in fantasy football, is that guy right there. Love Davante. League leading 14 touchdowns this year, maybe an NFL leading 14 receiving touchdowns. Both teams move the ball, each team averaging about 8 yards a play. Of course, a lot of that because there's been a couple of big plays. Stafford under center. It's a tight formation. Nakua in motion. Stafford is going to hand it off to Kyron Williams, who is running parallel to the line of scrimmage, and he's tackled for no gain. The Rams got down here last time, and they threw it 3 times and settled for 3. They do run here. Would I take a chance with Ayuk? I don't know. Ayuk might cost a lot of money. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, Bob, exactly how the Giants, what they do with their wide receivers. Stafford drops back in 2nd and 10, looking as time throws over the middle, and it is dropped by Davante Adams. Might have been knocked away. 3rd down and 10. Again, the Rams have gotten down here twice, but both times they've had 5 plays for no yards inside the 25. Adams might have got held there and interfered with there. I mean, that's a pass interference. I mean, he's hugging him, for Christ's sake. He grabbed his jersey. He hugged him. Like, that should be pass interference. I mean, what are you doing? Stafford drops back. In trouble. Slipping around, and he is sacked. He lost the football, but it's picked up by Dotson, and this is going to be about a 50-yarder. Yes, may the Schwartz be with you. Use the Schwartz, Lone Star. Use the Schwartz. Yeah, missed face mask, missed pass interference, 50-yard field goal attempt. Mevis drills it. Yeah, Mevis. Yeah, Mevis. Mevis. God, that is a face mask. How do you miss that? A blatant face mask, a blatant pass interference. Yeah, exactly. Rams get 3. It's 10-6. Why Denard Wilson is DC? Because he was their secondary coach. He was the secondary coach, or defensive backs coach, secondary coach under Harbaugh in 2023. That's why. Spaceballs 2 comes out, I think, in 2027. Mel Brooks is actually in it. Mel Brooks is like 99 years old. They don't need to make a Spaceballs 2. Like, why are you making a sequel 40 years after the original? It's like Happy Gilmore. Why would you make another, like a sequel? I didn't even get through the whole Happy Gilmore 2. I got maybe halfway through it, a little more than halfway through it, and it was fucking awful. And from what I read about reviews, I didn't even see the worst part, which was the end of the freaking movie. I mean, everybody said the golf thing or whatever the hell it was at the end of the movie was fucking terrible. I'm like, I'm good. I'm glad I didn't waste another half an hour watching it. Money grab, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Even they made a Spinal Tap too, right? Spinal Tap did not need a sequel. And again, 40 years after the original, you don't need to make a sequel to Spinal Tap. The original was perfect. Big bottoms, big bottom, talk about bun cakes. My girl's gone. What a great movie Spinal Tap is. Stonehenge. You have an 18-inch Stonehenge instead of 18 foot. Yeah. Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again, sir. They're Christopher. They've been out of ideas forever, and I'm not a movie person anyway. But they are completely out of ideas. Hollywood sucks. It's terrible. Hollywood is awful. Awful. That's why everybody, they always say their generation is the best. And Gen X's generation really was the best. I mean, we had the best music, the best movies, the best video games. We had it good. Charlotte was good. The 80s was a good time. It will be another touchback as the Rams kick off, and Seattle will start from their 35, leading 10-6. I saw Jaws 3D and Rambo at a drive-in back in 82. I mean, like newer movies, Bodo, like newer movies. I'm not a guy that goes to like the movie theater when I say I'm not a movie guy. I mean, I like a shitload of movies from when I was growing up and stuff, but I watch the same movies over and over again. Garner with a play action pass, steps up in the pocket, throws. He's got a Anderson Jigma down to the 50, and he crawls forward to the 49 before he's touchdown. JSN having a big day, as is Darnold. First down and 10. Yeah, I mean, I like movies. I mean, but like, I don't go to the movie theater. Like, I'm not a guy that's like, oh, I got to go see the new movie. The only time I go to the movies is if my kid wants to see one. And once in a while, I go to those things. It's not like I'll go to every one that he wants to go to. Out of the pistol, Sam Darnold from the Rams 49 lost the ball, and he's going to dive on it. That's a big mistake. All the way back at his own 42. It's a loss of about 9. Sorry, that's a loss of 11. Darnold was looking out to the right. He didn't look for the ball. Sam saw ghosts on that one. Saw ghosts. You want me to get rid of the bots? I can get rid of the bots. Darnold out of the shotgun. He's going to drop back to pass. He's looking left. He's he's in trouble, and he goes down. Brandon Fisk with a big sack. It is 3rd and forever for Seattle. Stone Sour. Thank you. I appreciate you. He says, just for telling people again, Happy Gilmore sucked. It was awful. It was awful. Grown-ups sucked. I don't like comedy movies. I don't like comedies. I think comedies are fucking dumb. I just think they're going to just hand it off here, and they get about 3. There's not much in the playbook for 3rd and 27, as Helani got a second carry, and he gets positive yards. But I don't like comedy movies. I think they're really dumb. I think comedy is very dumb. It's not creative at all. I don't like comedy movies. I liked a few in the 80s, but I've never been a big comedy film fan. There's some that I really love. I love The Hangover. It's one of my favorites. And I went to watch that movie. I thought it was going to be terrible. I was pleasantly surprised. Michael Dixon's first punt of the day. And it's a good one. And, the Rams dropped it, but he got back on top of it at the 12. Smith almost committed a huge folly, but he was able to, he actually gained 2 yards. He fair caught it at the 10, and then it bounced off a shoulder pad. He got it at the 12. The Hangover was one of my favorites. 10-10 to go in the second quarter, 10-6 Seattle. I mean, obviously back in the 80s, I liked The Breakfast Club, although is that even really considered a comedy? The Breakfast Club? Is it what do you call that? It's 48 hours. 48 hours is like an action comedy, right? I liked that. Funny Farm, like I liked that. I liked all the like National Lampoons, like not European Vacation. That wasn't really that good. It's National Lampoon's Vacation, Christmas Vacation. That like I like that. I like John Candy. I like Spaceballs. I think that's hilarious. I like the John Candy films. I like Great Outdoors. I like Uncle Buck. I mean, I like some, but I'm just not a big connoisseur. I'm more of I like horror films. Those are my favorite. I like military films. I like courtroom dramas. Those are usually what I go to. And anything Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anything Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 80s. Edwin, thank you for a little fist bump. A little fist bump. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for supporting the channel, my friend. Appreciate it. Trading Places was fantastic. I love Trading Places. One of my all-time favorites. I'm sure I'm missing some. I mean, there's, but Kindergarten Cop. Yeah, I love Kindergarten Cop. Guilty pleasure. Guilty pleasure. My favorite Arnold movies, though, is The Running Man. I love The Running Man. That is definitely my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. So I like it. Commando's the best. It's a good one. Commando's a good one. Pumping Iron's a good one. What else? Predator, obviously, is really good. Twins. Twins is a good one. Oh, Stir Crazy. So I almost anything Richard Pryor, too. I love Richard Pryor. He's my favorite comedian of all time. Brewster's Millions. I love that movie. See No Evil, Hear No Evil with Gene Wilder is fucking hilarious. Love that. I thought Napoleon Dynamite was hilarious. So they're out there, but just not a big comedy film. I'm more, like I said, I'm more of a action horror film person. Here's a handoff to Kyron Williams running off the left side and getting a good gain out to the 21. That's Blake Corum with a gain of 8. It'll be second down to 2. Stafford's just 3 for 8 for 70 yards. The Rams have kicked field goals on their last 2 possessions. The Toy, yes, with Jackie Gleason. Yep. Stir Crazy's another good one. They marked him down just outside the 20, so it's second down and a short 3. They're going to hand it off to Corum again, running off the right side this time. Got a first down out to the 24. Rams will move the chains. It'll be first down and 10. 8:30 to go in the second quarter with the clock ticking down. There's Rams huddling up here. The 12's in full throat. Corum remains the back. Tight end goes in motion. The hand off to Corum. He cuts back to the right, gets tackled at the 29 after a gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5. So Rams have run the ball effectively here at the start of this drive. Take a look at that. Rams led the league in offense. Seattle led the league in defense. Both of these teams are top 2 in point differential. And they each split. Look at that. 58-57 Rams. Yards are about even. You aren't going to get a better matchup than this one for the NFC Championship game. These are 2 best teams in the NFC. Second and 5. Stafford drops back, throws. He's got his tight end, and he carries a defender for a first down. That's Parkinson. First pass to tight end today. So the Rams with a couple of first downs here. Rams started with the football and went 3 and out. They have kicked 2 field goals since. Crowd still continues to make a ton of noise. First down from the 35. Stafford with a play action pass. Steps up in the pocket. Throws down the middle. Caught by Nakua in traffic. And he's all the way down to the the Seahawks 44. Stafford just just threaded the needle on that one. Threw an absolute bullseye to Nakua after he punched his center in the left cheek. That ball's right there. Just a beautiful pass by Stafford. 68 yards for Nakua on 3 catches. Stafford breaks the huddle with 10 seconds to go on the play clock. We approach 6 minutes to go in the half, 10-6 Seattle. Whittington goes in motion. The handoff is to Corum, runs right and got back to the line of scrimmage before he's tackled there for no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. No, I didn't see the Running Man remake. There was no reason for me to see that. It ain't Arnold. I mean, I don't need to watch it when it ain't Arnold. I don't need to watch when it ain't Arnold. From the 44, Stafford drops back, going to hand it off. And a lot of room, Corum to the left. 40, 35, 30, 25. He is out of bounds. Gain a 20 by Corum. And again, the Rams, one pass, but very effective running the football in this possession. Corum just cut back here. There was nothing, and it was just wide open to his left. One cut and a big gain. Rams offense getting into a groove here. They're down to the 25 again. They haven't been able to get any farther inside the Rams territory or inside Seattle territory. They get to the 23 on the run. 2nd down and 8, but they've gotten here twice, and both times their drive stalled out right around the 25, and they've had to settle for 3. Can they change it this time around? .420 to go in the second quarter. .420 crew, you know what to do. 2nd down and 8 from the Seahawks 23. Stafford out of the gun. Drops back, looks out to the left for Nakua's got him, and Nakua's out of bounds 2 yards short of the first. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Puka Nakua is going to have to. I think me and my buddy picked 8th. If Nakua is still there in the 1st round of the fantasy draft next year, taking him. Stafford, they marked him. It's 3rd down and 1. They got to get to the Ram 15. This is their deepest penetration today. Parkinson in motion. Handoff is Williams got the 1st down to the 11, a gain of 5. And the Rams, they've had 2 good drives, the last 2 possessions, and this is their best drive and the deepest penetration into Seattle territory they've had all day today, just outside the 10. .63 rushing yards for the Rams, most of it on this drive. Maybe a good time for a play action pass. They do love to use the tight ends. Devontae Adams is out wide to the left, and we have a stoppage in play, a timeout by the Rams. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate you hanging out today. If we could get 200 likes, that would be good. The winner of this game will face New England in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 60. God, crazy. Super Bowl 60. Holy shit. There's a lot. There's a lot of Super Bowls. Oh, shit. You know what I didn't realize? How the hell did I not put this on X? I can't believe I didn't do this. Here's a handoff to Cora, man. He'll get to the 10, a gain of 1. That should take us to the 2-minute warning. Nakua goes in motion. Rams aren't going to get off a play. It'll be a 2-minute warning. I forgot all about that. January 25th, 1987. Incredible. I keep forgetting the day's 25th. I'm thinking that today is the 26th of January for some freaking reason. Do I think Eli makes the Hall of Fame this year, Bob? He should. Should have made it last year. Yeah, I was 11 when they won it. So I keep saying 2028, they'll win it again because that is a 17-year difference from 2011 to 2028. That is a 17-year difference, just like 1990 to 2007. And I was 11 when I saw the Giants win their first Super Bowl. My son will be 11 in 2028, so it makes all the sense in the world. Everything is numbers and patterns, and him being 11 will be the first one that he has seen. And I was 11 for the first one that I saw. Boda was born in 87. There's Davante Adams, the NFL leader in receiving touchdowns at 14. He has one catch for 23 yards today. But this is where they look for Davante. Just inside the 10, the Rams can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. Parkinson in motion. Kyron Williams flanks Stafford to the right out of the shotgun. Parkinson in motion again. Stafford drops back. Looks to the left. Wide open. Kyron Williams touchdown Rams. Kyron Williams slipped out of the backfield unscathed, and nobody picked him up, and an easy pitch and catch, and the Rams take their first lead of the day. They're up 12-10, extra point pending. Guys are making me feel old. I mean, I am old. So, what a great drive by Los Angeles. Mevis for the point after. Snap, spot, extra point is perfect. 13-10 Seattle. I'm sorry, 13-10 Los Angeles. Seattle will have an opportunity to score before the half and double dip. They will receive the second half kickoff. All right, they're going to go to a commercial break. I'm going to run to the bathroom really quick. Hit the like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. A good game, man. It's what you want in these championship games. You want a good game? That's what we got. We have almost 700 votes. Well, it's catching up now. I'm probably over 700. Nope, almost 700 votes. 58% say Seattle will win this game. Rams look to bounce back. Rams are tough, man. I like I said, I like Seattle in this game, but I did feel like the Rams gave them the best, the Rams gave them the best challenge. Photo. Well, again, this weekend I didn't get out to do anything. I have to get out and get a chair. I got to get a new chair. The Royal Rumble, man. I've been talking about like I told you, my son, he loves the women's Royal Rumble. He loves it. I'm talking about the Royal Rumble. I keep thinking it's like at 8:00 at night because it was always at 8:00. And it's in Saudi Arabia, so it's actually at 2:00 in the afternoon on Saturday. So I'll watch that with him. But like by the time I wake up, I usually wake up at like 10:30 on Saturday, 10:45. I throw some deodorant on, some clothes, and go to breakfast usually. I said by the time we get home for breakfast, it'll almost be time for the Royal Rumble. (13-10) Los Angeles. Seattle's going to start from their 35. And they will start with a handoff. Walker running wide to the left, and he goes out of bounds after a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Now, depending on what Seattle does here, the Rams have 2 timeouts. So if, the Rams get a stop here, they may think about they probably will take a timeout. I don't know why they wouldn't. Second down and 9. Out of the pistol, Darnold drops back. Rams bring 4. Darnold steps up, throws. It's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp. First target for Kupp today. 3rd down and 9, and that stops the clock. So this is huge because the Rams can get off the field here. They haven't had to use a timeout at all. Third down and 9. This is huge for both teams. Sam changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Rams bring pressure. The throw is behind the running back. If he turned around, he had it. If Helani would have turned around in the hot, he was running free. And instead, no timeout was needed by the Rams. 3 stoppages in play, 3 and out for the Seahawks. The Rams are going to have plenty of time to score before the half with 1:41 and 2 timeouts. No, I wouldn't call the men's Royal Rumble. I don't call wrestling. And the only reason I even watch wrestling is for that the women's Royal Rumble. Fair caught at the 16, we have a flag. I only call it because, I only watch it because my son loves it, and he likes watching the women's Royal Rumble. He don't like the men's Royal Rumble. And I haven't watched wrestling in 20 years. So I'm not really into it. I only watch that because I like watching it with him. The ball first. I only watch it for the females. This is all my son watches it for. He only likes the female wrestlers. He don't like the male wrestlers. He just wants to watch the females bounce around the ring. I don't blame him. My kid's almost 9. He knows what's up. He knows what's up. He knows what's up. He likes Naomi. That's his favorite. Naomi's his favorite wrestler. He likes Alexa Bliss. He likes Liv Morgan. I forgot what other girls he likes. My favorite from back in the day is Trish Stratus and Lita were my favorites without question. And not only were they incredibly, not only were they good looking, they were incredible in the ring. So they were great. And then the one I like now, I like Chelsea Green. She's funny. So other than that, I don't really have a favorite. Alexa Bliss is great because she's like 4 foot tall. Yeah, they all weigh like 90 pounds. So I always think it's funny when they bounce off the ropes. Like the rope, like when the guys bounce off the ropes, like the ropes bend because the guys are huge. When the girls bounce off the ropes don't even move. It's just hilarious because they don't weigh anything. Outside of Nia Jax. Nia Jax is a big girl. She weighs something, but most of them weigh nothing. Mickie James is still there. I mean, she was wrestling when I used to watch it back in the day. Rhea Ripley, yeah, she's crazy. She's Australian, right? That's the Australian one. I like Asuka. That's another one that I like. I like Asuka. She's one of my favorite female wrestlers. Bailey's all right. I don't mind Bailey. The other one that's big. Piper Niven is another big girl. So when she hits the ropes, they move. She is an Aussie. So I only saw like a few names that were in it this year. Do you think Triple H pushes Rhea because she regrets what happened? China was the best. I tell my kid about China and I show her, I'm like, she used to beat the guys up. China was jacked. Like there was no woman that could wrestle China. She'd kill them all. Rams start with it at their own 28. They have 1:33 and 2 timeouts. So plenty of time for Los Angeles, who is on a roll. They got all the momentum. They'll start with a hand up to Kyron Williams, who goes up the middle for 4 out to the 37. The Rams have scored 10 unanswered points after their first possession, in which they went 3 and out. Field goal, touchdown. Neither team has turned the ball over. Very few penalties. It's been a very well-played game. 2nd down and 5. Stafford throws out to the right. Great defense knocking it away from Nakua. And it'll be 3rd down and 5. And again, if the Rams don't move the ball, Seattle will have a chance to score. China was with the Dynamite Kid? Can't be the Dynamite Kid. Had to be like X-Pac, right? Dynamite Kid was like in a wheelchair by the time China came around, wasn't he? Dynamite Kid should be in the Hall of Fame, by the way. Why the hell he's not in the Hall of Fame? I don't know. 3rd down and 5. Stafford out of the gun. Drops back. He's in trouble. Throws off his back foot, and it is deflected. Nice play. So now the Rams go 3 and out, barely take any time off the clock, and the Seahawks will have an opportunity with 1:09 and 3 timeouts. This is crazy. Dynamite Kid belongs in the Hall of Fame. Demolition belong in the Hall of Fame. Why they're not in, I don't know. Because Dynamite Kid was a beast. That's why. One of my all-time favorites. What the hell just happened? Why do the Rams have the ball? Did that play not count? The Rams took a timeout. That play didn't count. 3rd down and 5. Stafford throws, and it is dropped anyway. That was weird. Dynamite Kid passed away years ago. Yeah, he passed away years ago. Dynamite Kid. That wasn't going to be a 1st down anyway. Punt is away. And it is fair caught at the 25. So the Seahawks will have it at their own 25. 54 seconds ago, all 3 timeouts. Limu, Emu, and Doug. Yeah, still, Charles, they should be in. And they can say Dynamite Kid was a bad guy outside of the ring. Man, you know how many of these fucking wrestlers were terrible people outside the ring? You think Shawn Michaels was a saint outside the ring? Give me a break. You think Scott Hall was a model citizen outside the ring? Come on, man. What are we talking about? Most of these guys have problems. So I don't want to hear anything about that. A lot of these guys are total douchebags outside of the ring and did douchebag things. I didn't mind Jericho. I thought he was all right. Jericho's his debut in WWF was awesome though. I mean, the pop he got when he came out. I mean, you don't. There's no crowds like that anymore. The height of the Attitude Era, the crowds were insane in the late 90s. Again, just being the age I am, man, with wrestling, it catered to my age group every time I watched it. Like when I watched it, from 1984 through about 92, it was geared towards, young fans. And I was young at that time. And then when we got to about 1997, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, it was geared towards guys that were, college age. And that's what I was at that point. I guess, so it was geared towards my demographic both times I really got into. I didn't watch it during the new generation. It was terrible. I couldn't watch it. And I haven't watched it since Stone Cold retired, which I think was 2003 or 2004. Iron Mike Sharp, what a legend. Iron Mike Sharp should be in the Hall of Fame. Brooklyn Brawler should be in the Hall of Fame. I agree. I agree. Well, Dynamite Kid should be in, man. A lot of those guys, well, Adrian Adonis was a lunatic out of the ring. Those guys, a lot of them were on drugs, man. just that lifestyle. It's tough. It's a tough life. Wrestling. That's right. It's a tough life. I wouldn't want to do it. Hey guys, Maven here. From the 26. Hey Maven guys here. Darnold drops back, looks, and that is caught and out of bounds is JSN. Depends on the spot. Maybe we'll give him the first down. That was almost intercepted. What a great throw by Darnold. Good coverage by Williams. Nice catch. Everything good about that play. They have it at the 36, 1st and 10. Darnold out of the gun. Drops back to pass. Has time. Looks left. Throws, and it was almost intercepted. That was a dangerous pass. 2 Rams had an opportunity to intercept it. It fell to the ground. He was looking for Cooper Kupp. Barry Horowitz should be, well, I mean, the Brooklyn Brawler should be in before Barry Horowitz. Don't forget about Barry O. Of course, he's of the Orton blood. Randy's uncle. Darnold drops back, steps up in the pocket, throws deep, and it is caught! And JSN takes a wallop but hangs on to it. Lets Cam Curl know all about it. Timeout, Seattle are in field goal range. I have no idea how he got so wide open. There's just no, he had Cam Curl turned around. That's what happened there. So another big play here for Seattle. If Darnold led him, that might have been a touchdown. He kind of underthrew that. Darnold has 182 yards on 10 completions. JSN's over 100 yards already. 6 catches for 102. Seattle in field goal range, and they could easily, they're looking for a touchdown here with 37 seconds to go in 2 timeouts. Darnold out of the gun. JSN in motion left to right, far right now for JSN. Darnold takes the snap, drops back, looks left, throws left. He's got the running back out in the flat, and they're going to take another timeout here as he gets down to the 9-yard line. That's Halani with the catch. And it's 1st down and goal, Seattle. Well, we have a timeout. Really quick, want to give a big shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring today's stream. Check out Sleeper, guys and girls, the fastest growing app out there. Over 11 million people use it. Daily fantasy contests, college football, college basketball, NBA. They have a lot more as far as fantasy football goes. You can play some player stats as well over on our player stats. Get all your live up-to-date scores all over Sleeper. It's available in 27 states. Use the link in the description under the promo code Baddog to get a bonus on your first deposit. From the 9-yard line. Darnold out of the gun, drops back, and there's a flag. That'll be a false start, and it'll cost him 5. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't. It helps out the stream. Appreciate y'all being here. Yep. So, 2nd and goal now. I'm sorry, 1st and goal now from the 14. Darnold out of the gun, drops back, looks, throws out of the end zone. Great catch by JSN, but too deep. I mean, if Darnold got that ball down, Smith and Jigba was wide open. Second and goal from the 14. Seattle will get the ball to start the second half. They're in field goal range, but they're looking for 7. They trail 13-10, 25 seconds to go. Darnold drops back, looks, throws left, wide open, touchdown! Seattle, how does JSN get that wide open? My God, I mean, he's wide open in the corner of the end zone. And just like that, Seattle takes a 16-13 lead, PAT pending. So then Jake would just, well, we're showing Darnold there. I want to see how he got open. I don't know. Nobody guarded him. I mean, Lake got turned around again. The Rams looked like they were in a zone. They didn't know, they had nobody over there in the on the left side. I guess it's the right side of the end zone, their right side of the end zone. So Smith and Jig were just tearing these guys up. The extra point is good. 17-13 Seattle. Smith and Jigba's got 7 catches for 115 yards and 1 touchdown. Great drive by Sam and the Seahawks. I don't know how the hell you drop 7 and you leave them that wide open. Yeah, a little chippiness there. I mean, you like to see that. It's NFC West rivals, an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. Can't tell what it's doing outside there. Plows coming down my street. That I know. I can see the light. Rams will field it at the 2 out to the 25, and they're out to the 29. It's still snowing here. It's not snowing really hard. But it's still snowing. I guess it's good that it's not snowing really hard because this is the time it was supposed to start. But hit a plow. After this game, I get to go out and shovel. I can't wait. It's fucking 0 degrees out. I can't wait to do it. Stafford drops back, throws over the middle. Tight end catches it. He's down at the 41. Rams will burn their final time out here. Tyler Higbee with his first catch. I really don't know what the hell you call here. It's too far away for a Hail Mary. It's too far away for a field goal. So maybe I try a hook and ladder. We saw Buffalo run that effectively last week. Decibel level at 112. That is loud, man. That is loud. And Seattle will take a timeout, their final timeout of the half. -4 in Connecticut. Yeah, you're a little. So it's funny because it's a little cooler, like south of me than it is up here. Like Philadelphia, I think is also like in the minus. It's 9 degrees. It's actually gotten warmer here. Here is Stafford looking, and he's going to take off. Don't fumble like Josh Allen did. He'll just slide down. He lost the football. He was down. He was down. Yeah, it's actually up to 9 degrees and warmed up. It was 3 degrees when I went out there earlier. That's true, Bodo. Philadelphia is minus and everything. Good call. Oh. So we're going to go into the half. It has been a very good game. Seattle will start with the football. They lead 17-13. Indeedy. And you likey, smacky the subby. Well, now what do you want to talk about? We talked about music, talked a little wrestling, talked some movies. 1977. What a day. Roxanne Perez. I'm going to see if I wonder if it's showing. Let's see. What's it? Could follow Saturday night's main event, which must have been, is it this Saturday? No, it can't be. What's this? That's nothing. Let's see. SI.com. Let's see what they have. I don't care about that. And Women's Royal Rumble, 14 open spots. Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, Bayley, Asuka, Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Nia Jax, Chelsea Green. Well, that's not all of them. Oh, Julia, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Lyra Valkyra, Raquel Rodriguez, Kairi Sane, Jordan Grace, Lash Legend. Charlotte Flair can't win it again, can she? Asuka won the initial Royal Rumble. I'm probably not calling the Super Bowl Stone Sour. I doubt it. It's not. It's just, it's time consuming. Nobody's really going to pay attention to it. So I just probably not. Not worth it. Is the snow going to stop by tomorrow? Not here. No, it's supposed to stop early after, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. But it's going to snow, but it's supposed to like slow down. It's going to be like a light snow. It isn't going to be like, earlier today when I went out there, it was probably coming down about an inch an hour. But this thing is just such a big system. It's just kind of hanging around up here. It's just a slow moving, big freaking swath of snow. Yeah, what is it? Tomorrow morning it's supposed to end. 12 to 18 inches is what we're supposed to get. I would say we probably, like when I was out there, probably had 4 inches. There's probably another 4 inches out there now. Just looking at the freaking radar. So this takes me to like 9:45, and it's still obviously hanging around. You want Bailey to win the Royal Rumble? Didn't she win it once? She won it once, right? 2024. My kid knows like every year they had one. He'll know the winner. He'll know who won the girls' Royal Rumble. He'll know like all of them. He's like me with the damn photograph, like the numbers and shit. Like he knows dates. He knows who won this or who did that or what entry she was here. And it's crazy. So, well, Scott, that's one thing I look at. The next house we buy, because I'm looking to buy a new house, the one thing I stay away from, I see a big, long driveway. I'm like, nope, not doing it. Not going to have a long driveway. My driveway's average. It's a 4-car driveway. So it's normal. It's a normal size. I refuse to have a long driveway for that reason. And I don't have a snowblower. I don't want a snowblower. I'd rather just go out there and exercise. I mean, I hate it either way. It doesn't really matter. Heated driveway, right? Women prefer not my wife. My wife couldn't care less about that crap. She couldn't care less about that. We just need a 2-car garage. That's the thing I want. So I ain't got to worry about the cars. Like shoveling off the cars or brushing off one of the cars in the morning. Nice to have a 2-car garage. Someday. Mm-hmm. 17-13. 17-13. Do they have performance? I don't think I watched at halftime. I might have been maybe not shoveling at halftime of the first game, now that I think about it. So do they I'm trying to think. What the hell was I going to say? I don't remember what the hell I was going to say now. Something must not have been that freaking important. So yeah, it's freaking ridiculous. Detonator, what up, brother? The booty man in the house. Booty man. Got a plow coming tomorrow? Yeah, I'm not gonna plow it. But yeah, I saw Boston's supposed to get 1 to 2 feet. Like they're getting crushed. Yeah, thank you, Bodo. I forgot what the hell I was saying. It was something about shoveling at halftime, and I forgot what the hell I was going to say. I don't remember what the hell I was going to say. I don't remember. So we're going to the bowling alley. Nice. I'm a big bowler, as we know. Yeah, I mean, they've already canceled school up here, too. Like I said, it's been declared a state of emergency in the state of New York, so I'm working from home tomorrow, a.k.a. not working. Don't worry. Nobody works from home. It's rare that they do. Most of the time, if they don't do that, or they don't declare a state of emergency, and we have to go into the office, I just call in sick. I don't drive in this shit anymore. I'm too old. I have like 200 sick days. I just take a sick day. Oh, yep, I ain't coming in. Special effect. Nice. I don't have a special effect. I have a hammer effect tour, and I have the maximum effect, which I like very much. I like the maximum effect, but I bought one bowling ball here since July, and I shouldn't have bought it. I should have waited for the reviews. The Apex Jackal, just because I love motive, and then it's just clunky. It's not a good ball. Now, luckily for me, I throw the ball pretty much straight up 9, so that actually is good for my shot, but I should have waited. The Hammer Zero Mercy solid looks really good. Although because I'm speed dominant, I kind of like ASIM pearls because they go down the lane faster and they react harder. The freaking Motive Evoca Stereo is the best ball I own. What was it? 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I finally bowled another 300. I shot a 300 782 subbing in the league that I sub on. So it took me forever to do it. I mean, I haven't bowled since 2007 was the last time I really bowled, but it was just about a year, and I finally did it again. And of course, it was the Evoca Stereo. Freaking ball is the shit. I love that ball. I love that ball. Yeah, the Apex Jackal is not a very good bowling ball, but that Motive Evoca Stereo. I mean, it's the ball of the year, and easily, because it's fantastic. It works for everybody. But I love Motive. I like my Venom Shock. I love that ball. I love my Super Clutch. What's the other Motive that I have that I really like? I mean, I have a Forge, not the Steel Forge, the Sub-Zero Forge. I have a Jackal Onyx. What's the other Motive ball I have? I think I have 7 Motive bowling balls. There's 3 right there. I don't remember. I'm looking at a lot of them. I have a Zen 25 over there. I have an Outer Limit Solid, Deviate Hater Pearl, Deviate Wicked Collision, Theorem Pearl, Entity, Columbia Pulse, Blue Hammer, Black Hammer, Storm Identity, GB5, Stealth Mode. The hell is that one? I have a Typhoon over there. I have a lot of fucking bowling balls. I have a lot of bowling balls, man. I have like 7 Columbia 300 bowling balls, maybe 8 if you count my Action Max from 2006. But I like them, man. Good stuff. So far, Rob, I think we got about 8 inches so far, I'm guessing. It doesn't say. Normally it does show, but it's just showing the radar. Like a lot of times it'll tell me if I click on the but it's not doing it. Well, there is no special halftime show. Yeah, it doesn't normally it'll show that if I go to AccuWeather. Wow, Tuesday, February 3rd is supposed to be 30 degrees. Don't know what the hell I'm going to do with it being that warm. It doesn't say. Wow, Seattle, that ball is going to go into the end zone. They got lucky they didn't touch that. Well, Seattle will start with it at the 20. It says we got 11 inches. I guess there's more than I thought we had. Maybe there was more out there than 4 inches when I went out there. I got to shovel after this game again because I didn't want to shovel all of it at one time. So we shoveled once during the Patriots game. I'll go out there when I'm done with this. And then we'll do it again tomorrow. But it is light, thank God, because it's so cold out there. It makes it easy to shovel, but it's fucking cold out there. Sam Darnold, 12 for 18, 209 and a touchdown in the first half. Gain of 5 on first down, second down and 5. Walker in motion. Darnold, empty backfield, drops back, has time, throws in the zone, caught by who else? JSN out to the 37, a gain of 13. As he continues to just destroy this Rams secondary. First down and 10, Seattle. Just underway in the third quarter. Seattle up by 4. Single back is Walker. Darnold under center. Changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Fake pitch. Roll right. Darnold in trouble, and he'll just get rid of it. It'll be second down and 10. Second down and 10 for Seattle. From their own 37, Darnold out of the gun. 3 wide receiver set. Darnold takes. He's going to hand off on an inside trap, and that is going nowhere as Walker was tackled for a loss, and there is a flag in the play. Let's check the flag. Probably on Seattle, I would imagine, probably holding. Yep. Puppy, they actually declined it. Puppy loves the snow. She didn't know what to make of it when we brought her out there. We brought her out there last time we got snow. We only got a few inches of snow, but right now she's small still, so she'd be buried in it. Third down and 12. Someone's snow blowing out there, and hear the snow blower. Rams bring pressure. Darnold in trouble. Darnold is going to go down. Big sack. He's down to the 27, and the Seahawks will have to punt. So the Rams turn up the pressure on third down and 7, and they get to Darnold. Kalani had no chance. He's got pushed right back into Sam Darnold. Punt is away. Great kick. Oh, falling down and fumbling the ball is Smith, and the Seahawks recover at the 16-yard line. Smith fumbled a punt return earlier, but he was able to jump back on top of it. This time he tripped over his own feet, and the ball hit him, and it is a major turn of events. He just fell backwards, and then he couldn't catch it. It hit him in the chest, and Young pounced on it. That is an enormous turnaround, man. What a killer for the Rams. Absolute disaster for Los Angeles. Hey, listen, as a Giants fan, man, I remember a couple of fumbled punt returns that were very, very good for us in San Francisco 14 years ago. Kyle Williams. So now the Seahawks have it at the Rams 17. Play action pass. Darnold going for it all, and it's called touchdown, Seattle. Jake Bobo. And I love that the Seahawks went for the jugular right away. Again, what a turn of events. You get the big sack on Darnold. You get them to punt the ball away. Fumbled, a muffed punt, and right away, Bobo just got the defensive back turned around. Darnold hit him right in the chest. And it is 23-13 Seattle, extra point pending, 12:02 to go in the third. Snap. Spot, kick, good, 24-13. Wow, that's huge. Bobo! Bobo! I'm surprised L.A. Lou isn't here. Isn't L.A. Lou isn't here, Rams fan? L.A. Luka Doncic. The game, where's the game's on? The game is in Seattle. The game's in Seattle. I do think the winner of this game is going to win the Super Bowl. But never say never, man. You never know what the hell you're going to get. Duga. That's right. Yes, if you're in the States, it's on Fox. Seahawks win, Arnell? Well, it ain't over yet. I wouldn't count the Rams out yet. Wouldn't count them out yet. Wouldn't count them out yet. I want to give a big shout out to Body Armor Sport Water. Body Armor Sport Water is an alkaline water with a pH 9 plus in a proprietary electrolyte formula, the wide mouth for easy hydration. Body Armor Sport Water is built for all day hydration for the athlete and all of us. Go to bodyarmor.com. Check out all the drinks that they have there. They have a lot of really good drinks. They also have some really cool merch. Go to bodyarmor.com. I'd be having some bodyarmor.com sport water right now, but it's in my garage and it is frozen, so I can't drink it. I should have brought some in the house. Hey, whoever's snowblowing, you want to come over and hit my driveway? Want to come over and hit my driveway while you got your snowblower out? That'd be really nice of you. Actually, it is nice of them. What they do. One of my neighbors is she's an elderly woman, and actually, she loves to go out and shovel. She loves it. She goes out there, shovels all the time. She gets her exercise doing it. She'd rather shovel. Her husband passed away a couple of years ago, but he used to snowblow, and she'd go out while he was snowblowing. She'd go out and shovel. She likes to shovel, but I always think it's really nice that one of my neighbors goes and snowblows her driveway for her. Like what I'll do, like I don't have a snowblower, So he does that. But a lot of times if he's not out there, not home, when they plow the shit at the end of the street, that I always clear out for her because it's really heavy. When it's wet, it's really heavy. So I usually clear out the back of the end of the driveway. But this person, since they moved into the neighborhood, they always snowblow her driveway, which is really nice. The Rams get out to the 25. Whittington hasn't caught a pass. He had a big game against the Bears. Yeah, I don't live in the city. Shit. I don't live close to the city, man. I live upstate. I live upstate where we have lawns and driveways and backyards and trees and neighbors and houses. Yeah, I don't live in the city. Hell no, I don't live down there. From the 25, Stafford drops back, looks, throws deep, and he's got a man. It is Parkinson. And Cody is out of bounds at the 35. Colby, I should say, not Kobe. Colby. How long is that? 40 yards. So, in field goal territory at the 35, the turn and the handoff. It's Kyron Williams up the middle, and he's fighting hard, still fighting. Got about 3 down to the 32. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Stafford 9 for 16, 165 and a touchdown. I'm not calling the Super Bowl, man. It's just not worth it, man. Nobody watches it. Nobody's like, it's not the way it used to be. So I just probably take that day off and just watch it the way I normally do. 2nd down and 6. Stafford drops back, looks, got a man, caught Devontae, and he's down at the 2. What a bullet by Stafford. These Rams don't go away, man. They always fight. Adams took a knee to the kidney. Devontae, the league leader in touchdowns, receiving touchdowns at 14. He was on my fantasy team. Love this freaking guy. Julian Love nailed him in the back. Blake Corum is the back. They like to throw the ball to Davante Adams here, man. They love to get him free in the corner of the end zone. Stafford out of the pistol. He's going to look for Davante. That's where he's going. Caught. Touchdown, Davante Adams. Right on cue. They love to look for Davante Adams in the corner of the end zone. He's one of my favorite receivers. So I tell you, every time I've had a really successful fantasy team, he's been on it for that reason. And just like that, the Rams come punch right back. Let's see if they go for 2. They're down 24-19. It is still very early in this game. Let's see what they do. They are going to line up for the extra point. Again, it's early, so you don't need the 2 here. Snap, spot, Mevis, good. 24-20. Damn good game, man. I got lucky. I've called 3 games now in the NFC. I called the Eagles-Niners. It was a great game, and it was even better because the Niners won. The Rams-Bears was fantastic. Called that one. And we got a really good one here. We got a classic here between the Rams and the Seahawks. Really good game. So I got lucky. The 3 games I called were really good. Could have called some bad ones. Texans, every game the Texans played was terrible. one good for them, one bad for them. The Seahawks, Niners. I mean, if you're a Seahawks fan, it's a great game. But if you're an outside observer, 41-6 is no fun. So good one, man. Good game. I hit a likey and smacky the subby. Whoops. And again, a big shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring today's game. Check out Sleeper. Is the fastest growing app out there. Over 11 million people use the Sleeper app. Daily fantasy contests, college football, college basketball, NBA. They also have a lot more. They're even looking to bring some e-games if you like those. So check it out. You can play some player statistics as well. You can get all your live updates, all your live scoring updates, what am I trying to say? Up-to-date live scoring on all the games going on. You can also connect with a lot of sports fans from all over the place. Enter the promo code Baddog and get a match deposit bonus on your first deposit. Link is in the description below. Big shout out to Sleeper. Ba 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 ba. Really good game, man. Follow me on Twitter if you don't. Link is in the description. Click on that. You definitely want to follow me on Twitter because I'm really good at irritating Eagles fans. I'm really good at it. I am fantastic. I am very good. Very, very, very good at irritating them. Into the likey and smacky the subby. We got 200 likes yet. Where are we at here? We got 190. Come on. Let's get 200 likes. Come on. Breaker 19. Come on. Come on. All righty. Rams going to kick off. Very long game, by the way. It's still his 9:41 to go in the third. This is taking a while because there's a lot of commercials. McVay is pumped. Woo! Let's go! Seahawks started their own 35 after the touchback, rather. Darnold under center, going to turn and he's going to hand it off. Short pickup by Holani. Young with the tackle, second down and about 8. A lot of Holani. I wonder what happened to Kenneth Walker. Walker was really dominating. And look at these two quarterbacks, man. Darnold with a rating of 136.6 and Stafford 135. Darnold under center again, single back formation. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 7. They're going to hand it off. It is Walker, and he is stuffed for a 2-yard loss. Johnson, the first one to make contact. And it'll be 3rd down and long. Third down and 9. I'll tell you what, Bliss fan, I'm sure Giants fans are glad we didn't trade for Stafford, and I'm sure Stafford is glad we didn't trade for Stafford. If we traded for Stafford, he wouldn't be playing today. I can tell you that. Darnold has time, looks, throws, it's caught, and it's a 1st down. How do you let Cooper Kupp get that wide open? Kupp caught the ball 1 yard in front of the line to gain, and he had 4 yards cushion. That soft zone will kill you, man. It's 3rd down and 9. They play 15 yards off the receivers. Nobody out there on the left side of the defense. Well, I guess it's the right side for the Rams. That's a huge conversion on 3rd and 9 out to the 48. Darnold will turn and hand it off to Walker. Nice run by Walker, powering his way for a 1st down inside Rams territory. Walker has run very, very tough all day today. That was the Shane Bowen special, Angel. You're not lying. That's exactly what that was. That's exactly what that was. From the 41, Darnold, empty backfield, out of the gun. Rams bring 4, throw, caught, and it's Milani. Got 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Everything is open here. 2nd down and 1. You can do a lot of things. You can just run it for a first down, play action. I like 2nd and 1. Taking a big shot at the end zone on play action. I love it from here. Just taking a shot. Darnold's out of the pistol, and they're going to throw it out in the flat to Njigba gets a block and explodes down to the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 and a first down. Seahawks in the red zone. Crowd is pumped up. There's 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Rams obviously want to hold them to a field goal here if possible. Darnold has been on today. He's looked really good. JSN will take a break. 9 catches for 139 and a touchdown. Offset I formation. Sam Darnold under center. Tight end goes in motion. Darnold takes the snap. Play action pass. Rolls out to his left. Has the tight end underneath. Dumps it off. Gets 7 as he twists down to the 17-yard line. Rather the 18-yard line, where it'll be 2nd and 3. Darnold approaching 300 yards in the air. Sorry, I gave it. It's at the 13-yard line. Darnold 4 for 4 on this drive. Under center is Sam. Throws it out in the flat, and that was not a good pass. Way too quick on that one, 3rd and 3. Sean McVay, let's go, he said. That's a huge third down here for the Rams defense. Want to hold them to 3. It'll be a one-possession game if that's the case. JSN is out there in the slot. Kenneth Walker flanks him to the left. Darnold out of the gun. Drops back to pass. Looks over the middle. Throws. Caught. And it is a touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp. Coop. Again, just wide open in the middle of the zone. Turned. Saw nobody in front of him. Crossed the goal line. The Seahawks go back in. Well, they were in front. They go back up by 2 possessions, 30-20, extra point pending. Just a quick in route, and nobody's there. Darnold looked off the defense. That was beautiful. That's what you need to do. Just looked off everybody as he looked to his left and then found Cooper Kupp to the right. Snap, spot, extra point is good. 31-20. If you have the over in this game, you're loving life right now. Have yourself a day, Sammy. 31-20 Seahawks. I'm going to go potty. You're going to hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and I'm going to be right back. All righty, we'll see if the Rams can punch back. We'll see if they can punch back. The Rams. The Rammies. We'll see what they got. They have this radar. I mean, I'm looking at this radar, and I mean, I don't ever trust this anyway. But by 10:15, like, I don't know that looking at where this storm is, I don't know that this lasts another 10 hours. But they're saying they're saying it's supposed to last another 16 hours. I don't know that it's supposed looking at that, it looks like it should be gone by early afternoon. Not even. It looks like it should be gone in the morning. But so let's see what the Rams got. Fielded at the 4 out to the 10, 20, and the Seahawks have done a great job of covering these kicks. I'll tell you what, man, there's a flag in the play. That's going to be against the Rams. They're going to start deep in their own territory. This has been something that, you don't talk about a lot of times, but these kickoffs, the special teams has definitely been won by the Seahawks. The Rams continue to kick the ball into the end zone, where Seattle's getting the ball at the 35-yard line. The Seahawks keep kicking it in bounds. The Rams are getting it at the 25-yard line. That's hidden yardage. Seahawks are getting 10 yards each way on these kickoffs. They're stuffing the Rams at the 25, and they're getting it at the 35. And then obviously the fumbled punt was huge. So special teams has been a huge part of this game for the Seahawks. With a block in the back now, the Rams are going to start at their own 15-yard line. So again, these are things you don't see this shit in the box score, but it's obviously huge. Actually, they're inside their 15. Looks like they're at their 13. Let's see what Sam and the Rams can do. Matt throwing deep. Got him. It's Devontae Adams. Defender fell down, and Devontae with a big gain. How big was that guy? Update. I guess it was 29 yards. I thought he had another catch. But a 29-yard gain out to the... They did. It's a 35-yard gain. Stafford looking right, throwing right. He's got Parkinson, small gain, and a flag in the play. I love Devontae Adams, man. Illegal contact against Seattle will be an automatic first down for the Rams. I love Devontae. I mean, Puka Nacua obviously commands a lot of attention. And this is why the Giants got to get a number 2 receiver. Like, they have to get somebody to go opposite Malik Neighbors. They have to. I mean, with Nacua and the divides, who do you guard? Stab it out of the gun. They're inside Seattle territory, the 47. They hand it off to Kyron Williams, running up the middle. Good gain to the 42. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Turner's going back to the locker room for the Rams. He's a pretty good defensive tackle for the Rams. Whittington also going. No wonder Whittington wasn't returning the kicks. So a couple of Rams going back to the locker room. 2nd on the 5, Stafford with a play action pass. Steps up in the pocket. This is coming back. Kyron Williams is tackled. Well, he breaks a tackle, then he gets tackled, but that's coming back. This is going to be a hold on the Rams that'll send him back 10 yards. Right in front of the official. Oh, hands to the face. Same thing. So, Lord Helmet, one of the Lord Helmets. Jackson gets the hands to the face right there. Lord Helmet. I know who is that man? He's an asshole, sir. I know that. What's his name? That is the same, sir. Asshole. Major asshole. You have the ring. And I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. 2nd on a 15 for Los Angeles. Stafford under the gun, turns and hands it off. Kyron Williams up the middle. Gets just past midfield, a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 11 for the Rams, and a big 3rd down coming up here for Los Angeles. That's right. Fire, assholes! How many assholes we got in this ship? Yo! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes. From the 49, Stafford drops back under pressure, gets free, throws, and it's in. Oh, it was almost intercepted. He was looking for Nakua. He was under duress, and the Rams will have to punt. The radar appears to be jammed. Spaceballs the movie. Spaceballs the toilet paper. Spaceballs the flamethrower. Well, Seattle gets nailed with a taunting penalty after the play was over. That is absolutely inexcusable. So the Rams get a 1st down. I think that's what happened, right? And McVay loves it. That is inexcusable. You got them punting the ball and you give them a 1st down. Shut your fucking mouth and go back to the damn sideline. The Rams have a huge opportunity. Stafford looking to take advantage of it, going deep. He's got an answer. Caught. Touchdown, Rams! And just like that, much like the turnover on the muff punt by the Rams, Seattle, that might as well have been a turnover by Woolen with the taunting penalty. It gives the Rams a reprieve, and Puka Nacua scores a touchdown. What a grab by Nacua, the look, but he's in. That's got to be a touchdown. That is so bad. Such a dumb play. I understand that the stakes are high, emotions run high. I understand it. And then Woolen gets beat for the touchdown. I mean, you want to talk about insult to injury. Woolen gets called for the taunting penalty that gives the Rams a 1st down after they had to punt, and then he gets burned for the touchdown by Nacua. That's a touchdown. Wow. I mean, you want to talk about a major turn of events here. That is crazy. You have to keep your emotions in check. I mean, you just let all your teammates down. I'm making another Super Mario Brothers movie. God, what a crazy turn of events. Wow. You just gave the Rams a touchdown. That might as well be a turnover. It doesn't show up as a turnover in the box score, but that's a turnover. I mean, they're punting, and you give them a touchdown. Not smart. Yes, it was Puka Hammer. Yes, insane. What a dumb play. God, it's inexcusable, man. There's like no excuse for that shit. Now, again, this touchdown should stand. I don't know. At this point in the game, you might go for two, but you might not want to chase that point either. If you think you're going to score again, and you obviously have to score again, but if you think you're going to score another touchdown, it's still third quarter. This game is a marathon right now. But I don't know. It's still early, so do you go for two or do you just kick the extra point? I don't even know who he was taunting. I don't know if it was the coaching staff. I don't know if it was Stafford. They were going to kick the extra point. Crazy. Snap, spot, extra point is good. It is 31-27. 2:06 to go in the third. Another classic game. Stafford 13 of 21, 265, 3 touchdowns. Darnold 19 of 27, 291, 3 touchdowns. Both of these quarterbacks playing incredibly well. The Rams have run the ball much better for 100 yards. But that is wow. That if the Rams win this game, that is really going to come back to haunt them. And Woolen's getting it from his teammates in the sideline. Like I said, not only do you give them the first down with your taunting, then you got beat on the touchdown. I mean, I'm talking about a freaking double whammy or double jeopardy or whatever. The kick is away. This time it's fielded at the 5 out to the 10. 20-25 and smoked at the 27. I mean, if you're Woolen, how can you fucking argue? How can you say anything to your teammates? If you're saying anything to your teammates, you're saying, fuck, man, I'm sorry. Stupid. I'm stupid. That was stupid of me to do that. How do you say anything back? How do you argue that? You say, yeah, that was really stupid. I'm sorry. I fucked up. That was dumb. Dumb. Here is a end around, and it's going nowhere. Shaheed ran out of bounds after no gain. Shaheed's been quiet since he had the first catch, and he has done nothing. He had the big first catch of the Seahawks and done nothing since. Darnold with the play action. Under pressure. He's in trouble. He has to throw it away. Thank you for 200 likes, guys and girls. Appreciate you. Got a great freaking game here, man. Big third down. .108 to go in the third quarter. Darnold, empty backfield out of the gun, sends Kenneth Walker. And now they're going to crisscross here as Jackson Smith and Jigba lines up in the slot. They didn't get the playoff. They're going to give it to him, throw out, and Walker depends on the spot. They are marking him. They're going to give him a first down. Wow, I mean, that was really close. Where does he step out of bounds? Good call. First down. That's just a really good play design. Cam Curl had no chance to get over there. Using the leverage from the inside. Darnold now over 300 yards. Huge third down conversion. Could be the last play of the third quarter. Darnold out of the gun. He's going to drop back to pass. He's looking. He pumps. He throws underneath. It's caught by Holani. It's a gain of about 6. That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. So we have 15 minutes to go in the NFC Championship game. One of these teams is going to Cancun. One of them is going to play the Patriots in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what we got, baby. Hitty the likey and smacky the subby. It is the Shane Bowen special. Angel, anytime you give up that third and long, that is the Shane Bowen special without question. Without question. Another missed delay of game. Yep. They definitely missed it. Sometimes, man, it's funny because sometimes they let you get away with that split second. Sometimes they don't. What is Trauma Entertainment? Thank you so much for supporting the channel, brother. Appreciate you. He says, as a Cowboys fan and a devoted follower of Super Friends, thank you for being live today. Shout out to Big Lou. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. I know what the hell the deal is with these guys, man. I've been trying for a month to get a Super Friends show together. Every time you pick a freaking day, it never happens. We were supposed to be live this past Wednesday. It didn't happen. I'm like, are we doing this anymore? Is this no longer a thing? Like, what the hell is going on? Trying to get another one together. They don't do it, though. They don't do it. They say, no, we're not going to do a Super Friends. We have to do a Super Friends. We're all on the couch. You should have done this shit a long time ago. All right, beginning of the fourth, Seattle with a 4-point lead and a first down at their own 42. Darnold under center. Now he's going to change the play and go out of the shotgun. Second down and 5. Darnold drops back, has time, rolls out to his left. He's got room. He's going to take off with it. He's going to get a first down and a lot more as he's pushed out of bounds at the Rams 44. Seattle moving the ball again. Sam has had a great game. In Rams territory again. Bobo in motion. Play action pass. Darnold in trouble. The safety got there and slams him down for a big loss. Hitchens just flew completely untouched. Just shot the beat up. Nobody was there. Darnold had no shot. No shot. Missed assignment there. Second down and 19. Back from their own 47. Darnold dropping back. Looks, throws. It's caught by Kupp at the 49. Got him back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and about 10. Well, damn right, Matty. I show up all the damn time for these things. My team has been ass for years, and I still show up for it, because why not? I'm always there, brother. Actually, it's third down and 15. They only got 4 on that play. And the Rams completely jump off sides. Oh, that was definitely a mistimed blitz there. Verse just way too early. And that helps, man. Third and 10 is much different than third and 15. We've already seen the Seahawks pick up a couple of third and longs. So third down and 10 for the 44. It's be a 61-yard field goal from here. I think that's too far. Darnold empty backfield 4 wide. Rams bring 4. Darnold in trouble, throws, and it is knocked away. Big hit by Durant, jarred the ball free. Rams going to have to punt. You can't kick a 61. I'm sorry, the Seahawks are going to have to punt. You can't kick a 61-yard field goal here. Arctic says, I've seen enough of the Giants in the bowl over both of them. I wish, man. I wish. Punt is away. It is fair. Hey! Yeah, they got Kyron Williams back there. So he fair caught at the 10. Chandler, man, thank you, brother. I appreciate you supporting the channel, man. He says, your streams make me feel like I have a football buddy to watch these games with. My wife thinks football is gay. So thank you for what you do. Thank you, Chandler. I appreciate it. And yeah, it's nice to watch. It's nice to watch some good football. I'm a Giants fan, so I don't get to see a lot of good football. So it's nice to actually watch some good football with like 300 football buddies. But appreciate that, Chandler. Thank you, man. My wife doesn't think it's gay. She'll watch, like these games she'll watch with me, but she's not really interested in this shit. She'll watch them, but it's not like she's like a big fan or anything. When the Giants used to when they used to practice up here in Albany, we used to go to training camp. She was definitely big into it. I would take 3 weeks off in the summer, and I would drive down from Saratoga to Albany and watch them all the time. They used to have 2-a-days, and it was awesome. They don't practice up here anymore. And the last year they were here, 2012, and that's really the last year they were any fucking good. So I always say, bring them back up to where they used to have training camp when they'd be good again. Ever since they've been practicing down in that facility, they've been ass. Even though they had the facility in 2009, Coughlin used to bring them up here for like 3 weeks, 2 weeks to get them out of the city. But when you're at a college campus, it's not really conducive when you have to roll in cots for guys that are 6'7", 350. It ain't going to be very comfortable for them. So, yeah. My stream has more commercials than ever before. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe it's because I'm on StreamYard. And YouTube automatically adds the commercials. So when I do it through when I do it through OBS, I can turn the ads off. I don't think I can turn them off when I'm doing StreamYard. Maybe that's why. So that could be why it's doing that. But I always turn them off. I just can't do it with StreamYard just because it's a different streaming service or whatever. Stafford's going to hand it off to Blake Corum, and a good run by Corum, still going, got a first down. Gain of 10 off left tackle. The Rams have run the ball effectively. They're over 100 yards on the ground. They've had a very nice balance. Whereas Seattle, Seattle has been more one-dimensional. I mean, I have YouTube Premium. I don't ever see commercials. But let's shouldn't run. I didn't know they did that with StreamYard. Here is Stafford throwing underneath. He's got Corum. Corum's got a first down and more as he breaks tackles out to the 36. Another first down, a gain of 14. Rams moving and grooving. We approach 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It has been a great game. One by each team, 2 big mistakes. The muffed punt by the Rams that led to a Seahawks touchdown, the taunting penalty by Woolen that gave the Rams a first down, and then they capitalized in the very next play with a touchdown of their own. Stafford rolling right on the play fake, throws left. He's got Kyron Williams, and Williams is got a first down. He breaks tackles and gets out of bounds. Good effort by Kyron Williams. Another gain of 13 as the Rams continue to go downfield. Stafford approaching 300 yards in the air. He's got 293 and 3 touchdowns. Both he and Darnold have played well. Boy, he's got perfect teeth. Stafford's got perfect teeth. They have it at the 49-yard line. Play action pass. Stafford rolls right. He's going for it all, and that is well overthrown. Not even close. Stafford just trying to stretch the defense, but that was good defense. If the Rams score a touchdown here, I got to imagine they would definitely go for 2 at this point in the game. That's kind of what they're looking for, why they've been going for that one. Seahawks bring pressure. He hits Parkinson's over the middle. Parkinson down to the 35-yard line, a gain of 16. Colby Parkinson. The Rams are in field goal territory. Still plenty of time. So, I mean, a field goal would be useful if that's all they could get. Crowd doing everything they can to disrupt this Rams offense, which has moved the ball at will here. Stafford dropping back, pump fakes, throws. He's got Corum, and it's a 2-yard gain. Second down and 8. That's right, Bodo. The Rams seem to be able to move the ball well against Seattle, which is why I said I liked Seattle to win this game, but I thought the Rams gave them the best matchup of anybody in the NFC. If there was one team that could go into Seattle and beat them, it was the Rams. Look at Stafford in the second half, 9 for 11, 186 and 2 touchdowns. I mean, this guy's probably the MVP of the league. And he's played like an MVP in this half. He drops back to pass. He throws underneath. It's Corum again, and Corum is wrapped up short of the first down. It'll be third down and a long one, short 2, depending on where they put it down. Rams have been able to run the ball effectively. You probably just want to run the ball here if you're McVay. Clock is running under 8:30 to go in the fourth. The Rams have it at the Seahawks 26. Third down and 1. Stafford under center. Man in motion is the tight end. Play action pass. Looks, throws. Got Parkinson. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. Parkinson was looking for the end zone before he caught the football. Maybe the defender's hand got a piece of it. Wow. Parkinson was trying to run into the end zone before he had the ball. And they called that play knowing that they were going for it on fourth. They got to get to the 20-yard line. Stafford takes the snap, drops back. What are you doing, Stafford? And he got the first down. Stafford had Kyren Williams I can't believe that he did that. I mean, Stafford had Kyren Williams wide open right in front of him. Wasn't Kyren Williams, whoever the hell the backup running back is. Stafford was able to break a tackle. They pulled his hand warmer off. His hand warmer went sliding across the ground. Stafford's a freaking battler, man. From the 23, Stafford under center. Corum is the back. They hand it to Blake. Cuts back to the right, and he is tackled. There's a flag in the play. With 7:27 to go in the fourth. And it's offsides against Seattle. That'll be 5 free yards for Los Angeles. Telling you, man, like I said, I got lucky. I did 3 games in the NFC. They were all classics. All classics. It's a really good freaking game. Dreading going out into the cold polar vortex to shovel my driveway after this game. Stafford from the 18 takes the snap, play action pass, looks back, fakes the pass, pitches it out to Nacua. What a play by Stafford. Nacua's got a first down and out of bounds at the 12. Seattle blew that play up. It was a fake rollout screen to the left. The Seahawks had it totally sniffed out, and Stafford has pitched it to the right. Nacua got a first down. Boy, he's smart, man. What a play by Stafford. A wily veteran. That play was definitely not designed to go that way. And a good job by the lineman not going upfield on something like that, too. A lot of times you'll see that illegal man downfield. 1st and 10 from the 12. Stafford drops back the pass, looks, throws over the middle. He's got Nakua down to the 7. It'll be 2nd and 5. And again, when you're down here, this is Davante Adams territory. He led the NFL with 14 receiving touchdowns, and he has a receiving touchdown today. 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. The Rams have it 2nd down and 4 at the 7. Nakua is going to go off the field with 121 yards and a tutty. Crowd is being as loud as they can. Stafford has 330 yards and 3 touchdowns. Under center, 2 on the play clock. Turns, hands it off. It's Kyren Williams. He's tripped up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Huge 3rd down for Los Angeles. 5:30 to go in the 4th. Field goal still helps you, but you have to rely on your defense if you're Los Angeles. Again, Davante Adams very dangerous in this part of the field. Perhaps the Rams, perhaps this is 4-down territory. There is Davante Adams out wide to the left. He's the only receiver over there. Stafford looks that way, comes back, looking, pump fakes, throws, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Mumford, and Witherspoon had great coverage. He was looking for Adams, but good job. Adams went out of bounds. He wouldn't have been able to catch the ball anyway. Looks like the Rams are going to go for it. Obviously, this is about as big as it gets with 4:59 to go in the 4th. They need to get to the Seattle 2 for a 1st down. Stafford drops back to pass. Looking, throwing, and it is incomplete. So the Rams turn it over on downs. Stafford, I don't know why he's throwing there. You got Nakua, you got Davante. Great coverage, and you go to Ferguson. Sean McVay screaming into his paper. I would have kicked a field goal. I got to be honest, man. I would have kicked a field goal there. Because you're still going to have to depend on your defense to get a stop. You've been able to move the ball all day. If you're Los Angeles, you figure you get back in the field goal range. I mean, if it was 4th and 2 or less, I agreed. 4th and 4, I'm probably kicking the field goal. I'm not a head coach in the NFL either, so, you know. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't. We're at 216. I'm going to go pee really quick again. Hit the thumbs up, subscribing to bell. I'll be right back. All righty, let's see if the Rams defense has one more stop in them. Yeah, Harutut, I agree. again, 4th and 4, I'm probably kicking the field goal. 4th and 1, 4th and 2, you can run the ball. I get on board with that. 4th and 4, I'm kicking. If Stafford would have waited a little bit longer, it looked like Nakua was breaking free. All these analytics telling these guys to kick field goals. I'm sorry, to not kick field goals, and just don't understand. So obviously, Seattle wants to run the clock out. They want one of these 4-minute drives that they take there out of the ball. They're going to start with a handoff. And Walker got to the 10, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. We have another miracle finish. I mean, not that it was a miracle finish, Rams and Bears, but Caleb Williams' pass to tie the game was insane. I don't really care who wins this game. It's been a great game. And again, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't care. But I would love to see a game-winning drive by the Rams. Darnold with the play-action pass. He looks, he throws. It's caught. Walker makes a man miss. Makes another man miss. Has it at the 20. Another man misses, and he's tackled down to the 26. Kenneth Walker's been impossible to tackle today. He has broken tackles and a great move there. A huge first down for Seattle. Exactly, B-Rog. I'm with you. Because the defense is going to have to make a stop anyway. Even if they scored a touchdown, your defense would have to make a stop regardless. And I trust the Rams offense to move the ball all day. I would have kicked the field goal. Darnold hands it off. And again, Walker just yards. I don't know what Walker has as far as yards after contact in this game, but continuously, the first man is not bringing him down. A gain of 3. The Rams didn't go for 2, Bliss fan, because I believe they were waiting to go up. Like if they would have scored a touchdown, they definitely would have went for 2 there. The Rams took their first time out, by the way. This game has been an absolute classic, to say the least. Again, I appreciate you all tuning in. We have had a very good game today. Hopefully we got some new subscribers to the channel. That would be great. From the 27. 2nd down and 8. Darnold with a play action pass. Looks deep down the right side, and he threw it out of bounds. It could be a flag. It looked like Shaheed was hit early. That ball was uncatchable. I don't get the play call. I don't get the play call. You're throwing it deep out on 2nd down and 8 with 3:20 to go in the 4th. Run the ball. Or throw a safe pass in bounds. Like, I don't get the play call. Lake hit him early, but that's uncatchable. I mean, that ball's 2 yards out of bounds. So this is a huge 3rd down. 3rd and 8. Darnold out of the gun. He has an empty backfield. Rams showing pressure. Cup comes in motion, and we have a timeout, Seattle. I don't understand the play call, man. You got to help me out here. Again, I'm not an NFL coach, never been, never will be. Haven't even coached Pop Warner, for Christ's sakes. But I don't understand why you're throwing a low percentage pass when you need to run the clock out. I like the pass they threw to Kenneth Walker for a first down. I would have continued to feed him if you're going to pass the ball. I mean, I understand being aggressive, and don't get me wrong, play to win the game. Hello, you play to win the game. I get it, but I wouldn't have thrown that particular pass. I do want the Rams to get a chance, though, man. I do want the Rams to get a shot at this ball, whether they win or they don't. I want them to have it makes it more exciting if they have the opportunity to win the game. You think that was a quarterback audible? Well, even so, if that's Sam's audible, I don't like it. Like, Sam's got to be smarter than that, in my opinion, there. It is a great game, man. It's been a great game. Like I said, I've gotten very lucky, man. I streamed 3 really good playoff games. That Bills-Broncos game, I would have streamed that had that, had it not been my sister-in-law's birthday. Because that was about as classic as it got. Long-ass commercials. So I'll see what it's doing out here. My neighbor's out there. She's out there shoveling right now. Which I thought for sure they would have snowblowed her driveway. They did not. Snow is still coming down here. Just not very much. But I'll be out there shoveling it after the game. I need a new sister-in-law. No, I don't. That would mean I had a different wife. I don't need that. My wife is the best thing that ever happened to me, man. There ain't no way in hell. No way in hell I'd be where I am today without her. No way. Nope, I know where my bread's buttered. It's hard to find a good woman. I got the best. Speaking of the best, the Seahawks are going to have to come up with their best play call of the day. Rams showing pressure off the right side. They come with it. Darnold throws, and it's caught, and it's dropped. What are they saying? No, why did they call that a first down? What the fuck is a catch in the NFL? What is a catch? He didn't survive the ground? Dude, what is a catch? I didn't think he got the first down anyway. I didn't think this was a first down anyway. Well, that's hard to tell from that angle. This is tough for McVay, man, because if McVay challenges and loses, they lose a timeout. It's not on an app. I'm watching it on Fox, Rob. I don't know what a catch is, though, man. I mean, he did take 2 steps, but when he hit the ground, the ball came out. I just don't know what a catch is. I think Cub's short. So they get the first down. He's not challenging it. So 1 first down and this is over. Darnold is going to hand it off. It is Kenneth Walker and no gain. Rams they might not use their final timeout here. Well, I guess they will. What a huge third down conversion for the Seahawks. I mean, all day today, they've been able to convert on third down and long. Where's my guy Angel? That's that Shane Bowen defense that we know so well here in New York. What a game. I do want Stafford to get a shot at it, though. It makes it more fun. You want high drama when you, I mean, if you're a Seahawks fan, obviously you want to run out the clock. If you're a Rams fan, you definitely want the ball back. But if you're an outside observer, you just want high drama in one of these games. You want the Rams to have an opportunity to win it. I don't care who wins, but I want the Rams to have a chance to win, to make it more fun. 2nd down and 10. Darnold under center. Play action pass. Darnold rolling out right, throwing. It's caught. And then Smith and Jigba goes down inbounds. And that should pretty much do it. What balls by Kubiak, man. And then Jigba's burned them all day today, and it's no different. Seattle on their way to play New England in Super Bowl 60. I don't know why the clock stopped. I mean, McVay's in such a tough spot there. If you lose the challenge, you lose your timeout. And even if you win the challenge, he's literally like 2 inches short, which is what she said. But you might have to challenge it there. I don't know, man. That's such a tough spot. What a game. I guess they marked him out of bounds, so that's huge. So they said Smith and they say JSN was out of bounds, so now they reset the clock to 3 minutes, which is huge because the Rams have to run 2 plays before the 2-minute warning, so this game is not over. There's 3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, but the Rams cannot afford to give up a first down. They're crowding the line of scrimmage. The handoff is to Walker. He is tackled after a gain of 3. The Rams obviously trying to rip away the ball. 2nd down and 7. The Seahawks will run one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Rams got to run one more before the 2-minute warning. I would imagine they'll just line up and run it again. Offset I formation. Jumbo package. Rams crowding the line of scrimmage. Darnold under center. Play action pass again. Darnold rolling left. Throws. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the play. And that will end it. Emmanuel Forbes blows. And that's a terrible matchup. Forbes on JSN. He ain't winning that one at all. And no cold game. I can't believe they threw the ball there. I can't believe they threw the ball there. Actually, I think the foul's on Durant. Wasn't on Forbes. Durant's holding Cooper Kupp. And that's a good call. I mean, he was definitely holding him. Can't say the officials cost him that. It's absolute hold. Even if the ball was tipped, Bodo, it doesn't matter because it only matters on pass interference. Holding is holding, and that's what they called. So, I mean, it's technically not over yet, but Walker continues to run hard. They continue to push the pile. He gets 7 yards. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. What a great game, man. I just wish the Rams would have had a chance because it would have made it more exciting. But what a great game. Yeah, they called holding, but he was holding him up the seam route. The chick's like, ooh. But hit it like he smacky the subby. Let's go. Patriots, Seahawks. Sam Darnold going to the Super Bowl, man. When he was on the Jets, I wonder how far, if he ever thought he'd get to the Super Bowl. Sam Darnold living that Snake Plissken life, escape from New York. That's what he did. We're going to start calling Sam Darnold Snake. That mac and cheese looks really freaking good right now. Not going to lie. I don't remember the last time I had macaroni and cheese, but on a freaking cold ass night, and I know that I got to go out there and shovel shit, it look good. True Taco Master. I'm happy for Sam Darnold too, man. I'm happy for him. Want to give a big shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring tonight's game. It was a great game. Check out Sleeper, the fastest growing app out there. Over 11 million people use the Sleeper app. They have daily fantasy contests of all kinds of sports, including college basketball and NBA. Plus, they got a lot more. And get all your live up-to-date scores from Sleeper and check out with fans from all across the place. 27 states offer Sleeper. Check them out. Like I said, they have a great app going over there. Click the link in the description. Use the promo code Baddog on your first deposit to get a match deposit bonus. And if you do not have an account and would like to try it out, click the link, open one up, and Sleeper will give you a free trial. So check it out. Terms and conditions apply. Have some fun. Check out Sleeper. I mean, at this juncture, even if Seattle didn't get a first down, you're running this thing down to 30 seconds before you're kicking a field goal. So this is pretty much over unless a Roger Craig thing happens. And it won't happen there as Walker's tackled for a 3-yard loss. That's really the only thing that's going to save the Rams is a Roger Craig-like play. And you Giants fans, my age, remember that very, very well. Third down and 7, 2 on the play clock. Seattle ought to take a timeout. This was a really good game, man. Like I said, I just wish the Rams would have had. I wish the Rams again. I don't care who wins, but I would have liked the Rams to have gotten like inside the 10-yard line, like first and goal. You know what I mean? First and goal, like a minute to go. Just high drama would have been great. Should be another handoff. You never know. It's Seattle. They've been very aggressive. The Rams have everybody up at the line of scrimmage in a cover 0. And Darnold kept the ball and he got crushed. Fisk was not fooled. And now I don't think they can kick a field goal. This should be a really long field goal. They lost about 10 yards the last 2 plays. They got to punt. There's no way they can kick a field goal from here. They're going to run this down to about 30 seconds. They will punt. You don't want to kick it in the end zone. They let it run all the way down. Williams fields it at the 9. So pretty much an impossible scenario facing the Rams. They have 25 seconds to go 91 yards with no timeouts. You got to run a hook and ladder. You got to run something like that. You got to get a big chunk play. I mean, if nothing else, you got to at least get this ball to midfield to have a shot at a Hail Mary. They actually marked it at the 7. Stafford dropping back, throwing deep down the middle. It is caught by who else? Puka Nacua at the 30. They're going to have to get up and spike the football. Clock is running. Rams do spike it. They have 10 seconds. So you really need something about 15. You have to go about 15 yards and get out of bounds. That's what you're going to need. You got to get the ball. Stafford, probably you would think he could throw the ball 55 yards in the air. So you probably got to get to the 45. You need some kind of out route, and you got to get out of bounds. And it's got to be at least past the 40. Seattle playing quarters defense, and they take a timeout. I agree. I felt like he should have taken the points on 4th and 4. Stafford has the straightest, whitest teeth I've ever seen in my life. From the 30-yard line again, they got to get something going out of bounds, and they got to get it quick. Stafford looking, throwing, and it is caught by Nacua, and he got out of bounds inside the 50. Oh, they say he did not get out of bounds, and the game is over. The Seattle Seahawks are going to the Super Bowl. I thought he got out of bounds. Do they look at this? I guess they're not going to look at it. Woolen is the happiest guy in the face of the earth. He's in bounds. Yep. His knee was down in bounds. Right there. He's down. So congratulations to Seattle. They will go and play New England in the Super Bowl. Hell of a game, man. What a freaking great game. Both of these quarterbacks were fantastic. Stafford finishes 22 of 35, 374, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Darnold, 25 of 36, 346, and 3 touchdowns. Just a fantastic, fantastic football game. And I appreciate all you guys and girls that tuned in to watch me call it. Again, probably not doing the Super Bowl because I don't know, man. I don't know. It has more to do with having to sit through the halftime portion for 40 minutes when I usually just get a lot of crap done. So I don't know that I'll just look forward. I don't know. I may change my mind. I'm leaning no on that, but I don't know. It would suck. It would really suck if the game was ass. Luckily for me, I got 3 really good games. So appreciate all you guys and girls tuning in. Again, if you haven't done so, if you could hit the thumbs up and subscribe, that would be great. And Bodo, that's exactly what I'm going to do, brother. I have to go shovel some snow. I'll be careful. I live in a dead-end street, man. No one goes down my street. I live in a cul-de-sac, so nobody's coming down here in the great upstate New York. So again, congratulations, Seattle, Los Angeles Rams fans. Tough game. Cooper Kupp, he won a championship with the Rams, was actually the MVP of that game, and now he will have an opportunity to win one with the Seattle Seahawks. So, again, thank you for tuning in. I got to go shovel some fucking snow, and I will see you soon. It's a bad day, Dizzle, and I'm out. Peace.